off a couple of heads a night. Somebody give me a guillotine. I just might ride on my enemies. Dog and I fuck on my energy. Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd without fear. Robo of Left Face TV is not here right now. He had a prior engagement to take care of before he tapped in. But welcome to episode 69 of the Nerds of Culture podcast. Which, you know, honestly, in the wake of all things silliness and whatnot going on with the Breakfast Club, don't even feel comfortable calling it the Woke Breakfast Club anymore. It's just always disappointing me because they're so silly. But we'll just say, as a stalwart member of the chat, John Stewart, had pointed out, the New York undercover of YouTube. That's the line we're going with now. That's the one I'm choosing to go with a dash of Sasson. You know how we do. And man, I gotta say, look, we're looking pretty good today. I think we're looking pretty damn good today. Oh wait, hold up. Let me. Oh, yeah. Pour out some RC Cola for the chuds. I mean, we're going to pour out some for them. I mean, goddamn, dude, they're hurting right now, man. They are hurting right now. Between I've been hearing folks of some of these guys been out here struggling lately, man. Hate to see it. Psych, love to see it actually. Man, how's everybody in the chat doing? I hope everyone's good. I'm good, in case anyone was wondering. I feel great, sort of, maybe. I don't know. Here, let's ooh, I know there was something I had almost forgotten. I'm glad I caught that. Bic razors for the neck beards. I love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, he made it. He's here. He's in the building. Let me give him a chance to get his headset on. I don't want to look like he literally just sat down. All right, there we go. All right, he's back.
What is going on? What's going on? I'm ready now, though. I'm rejuvenated. You know?
Oh shit! Like he's like, nah, I'm in. He's like, I'm in, dude. You didn't know? You didn't know?
That's right.
Oh my god. Let's see here. Wait, why is this? I'm so confused by why this is doing what it's doing. It's kind of making me a little concerned. No, nothing that y'all are doing, but I'm sitting. Okay, there it is. I got concerned. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, why is YouTube telling me, or not telling me? I was like, why is YouTube trying to make it look like we're not live? And I was like, no, we're live. I'm pretty sure we're live. I'm talking to people. People are responding.
Lie to me,
right? Hold on, I gotta fix this. This camera situation is kind of wild because you were like mad small. You're like T90 and
look, I haven't been bulking for 13 years just to look small. You know what I mean?
Right? I mean, I'm just saying. We'll here, guys. I fixed it.
I'm on a bulking cycle, people. I'm just on a bulking cycle.
Is that? Oh, that. You know what? Honestly, now I feel. Yeah. Here, let me. I'm a shrink just so I can be in solidarity. Just so I can be in solidarity.
There you go.
But yeah, we're gonna because you know, hey, we're not gonna sit here and can't let my boy go down like this. But no, in all seriousness though, you really didn't miss much. The week. Before we actually, tap in to our main thing, I just kind of want to say something. This is a public service announcement. I don't know how I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know how everybody moves on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say this, man, and I just want to give y'all a little bit of good advice. Just really good advice. Good, solid advice. Yeah, I don't want to sound like Jank Uger talking about the new rules for the internet, but I am going to say these should be the new rules for the internet. I'm not talking about sitting down and having a beer with fascists. Fuck that. No. The only look I'll smash a beer into a fascist face. But but no, dude, I don't even want to air this person out. I don't even want to air this person out. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try not to put this person just fully on blast.
I mean, if they're watching, they're gonna know who they are, and that's enough.
Oh no! Off top, they're gonna know. It's kind of
like a silence, right? Nobody else needs to hear it, but they're gonna feel it.
They're gonna feel it. Like it's gonna be like in the like when you watch like those spy pictures and you hear like the. And then the person's all like,
yeah.
And then they look down, and all of a sudden they're like,
"Oh, right, yeah." Oh shit! And then they fall down. And then their buddy's like, must have been the wind."
Yeah. Nobody looks up.
Yeah.
Nobody looks up. Nobody tries to see what's going on. But no, there's somebody that I follow on Threads. This was all in the midst of like Daredevil Born Again discourse.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this guy. I'm sure they're a nice enough person, but they were going on about how much okay, here's a word I don't like seeing. Here's a word I think we need to just remove from the lexicon. Mid.
Okay.
Because everyone
misuses everything to do with women.
Right, it's a... Well, I say it's because...
like whether or not a game is mid or something, movie's mid.
Well, it's because people misuse it. People misuse it. Like whatever their intention is, they misuse it. Because when people say mid, people use really mid as an insult.
Right.
But also at the same time, when you call them out on the fact that it's often used as an insult, they try to say, no, I'm just saying that it's just okay, man. I'm just saying it's just okay. So just okay is bad? Like I was like, the logical fallacies that are going on here. I was like, y'all are doing a lot of mental gymnastics to not look like assholes. But but no, there's this person. Just own it. Just say that you don't like it. But like, and the person even ultimately ended up just saying that, yeah, they just didn't like it. But I just pointed out, I was like, look, man, I do this for a living. I've been doing this for a long time for a living. I can see someone's post. I can see someone's video, their content, whatever the fuck it is they make. I can look at it, and it's almost like I got the fucking Sharingan, like from Naruto. I just look at that shit like the red eye, just like,
yeah.
And I see that shit for exactly what it is. I see the shit for what it is. I'm just like, I was like, oh, dude, you're rage baiting. Like you're trying to get those folks. Like you see everybody else happy, enjoying Daredevil Born Again. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to farm those people to get them antsy so they'll come and tell you how wrong you are about your shitty take on the show.
That's right.
And he even admitted it when I called him out on it. I was like, dude, this is what this is. I was like, here's the thing. I was like, you're literally tuning in to watch this show every week, and like clockwork, you are always getting on Maine and talking about it.
That's right.
I was like, so
actually, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, either you actually like the show, like it's not as mid as you claim. Because I mean, who tunes into a show they don't really enjoy every week, except for crazy people? I'm sorry, this is what I'm saying. There's something going on.
He's not saying it's bad. He's just saying it's okay. It's just okay.
It's just mid.
Never mind. The other day, one time, she wrote something, and she goes, "Oh, did you see my post?" I'm like, "Well, nah, I missed it. What was it?" And then she's like, "I said, how In and Out is overrated." I'm like, who you talking? I've been on the internet for like 30 years now. Like, get that fucking dumbass rage bait out of my face. I'm not even commenting on your shit. No, go like it. You gotta like it. I'm not liking that shit.
No. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
I know what you're doing.
It's like I've seen. Do you think I wasn't raised in the dark magic?
That's
you think this dark magic is new to me? But no, that's not even the part that I thought was stupid. The part that was stupid was someone got mad that I said something. Like it, so, and this is why I said all this. Like someone got mad at me for saying something, like for me pointing out. And what made it funnier was they did the thing that people do when they're mad about something, but you're not. Well, I mean, you're so triggered. I was like, I'm not triggered by it. I was like, I genuinely don't care. I was like, I'm actually just trying to help a motherfucker out because I was like, I'm going to be real with you. When I see shit like this, like, I was like, at first, I was going to quote tweet the shit and kind of clown it a little bit. But I was like, nah, I was like, I'm not going to be that mean. Because it's like, I know what this is. I know precisely what this is. And I was like, I'm not going to be that type of person. Now, if I didn't like, fuck with this person on any level, I would have done it because I've done it to other people all the time. I have no beef. I have literally had folks. That's also the other thing, kind of leads to another thing. But I literally just last week, someone got mad at me. You
kind of know this person, like you're familiar.
Like we're not friends, but I mean, like I know who they are. Like
right. I know what you mean.
Yeah. They are, I guess, like a peer or a contemporary or some shit. I guess you'd call it that.
Okay.
But but the thing was, and what I thought was so hilarious about it was, because I always find it funny when people like don't know who I am, or like they know who I am, but they don't really know who I am. So they try and talk to me as though like they actually know something about me because they watched like a couple of videos and made it parasocial. Like suddenly like you watch 2 videos, so now you know me.
Yeah. Earn. Come on, Earn. Come on, man.
Right? Come on. You know, dude, I'm not gonna lie. That shit made me fucking laugh because I was like, dude, they're like, man, you have such a huge following. Why are you shitting on this this other content creator? I was like, nigga, this heifer got just as many followers on this bitch as I do.
That's why I was
like, who is you?
Fair game.
I was like, dude, look,
if they hadn't said anything, it wouldn't even made it to the channel. So really, this is their fault. This is their fault,
right? Like you talked it up. So now I got to air. I almost see. I'm doing better because I almost said the other word, but no, I was like, now I got to air this heifer out on Maine. So here we are. You did this. But no, I just think that when people see other people interacting, if you don't know the vibes, if you don't know what's going on, or like, and what I thought was so hilarious about it is talk about the earlier thing. Where dude was getting mad at me, trying to say that I was mad when the whole time I was laughing and I thought I was making it pretty clear that I didn't give a shit, but was just more trying to be helpful. Because I'm not gonna lie, like especially on Threads, rage baiting, like while that shit used to be the meta when Threads was like first starting to pop off, it really don't hit like that no more. And most of the time, if you rage bait, people are just gonna clown you and then move on with their day. Like you're not gonna get the thing that you're looking for. Not mostly. And also they're not doing that stupid bonus program shit anymore. So there's really no reason to do that shit. Like there's
nobody's getting paid on Threads?
No, as far as I understand, the bonus program is done. And hell, even if it was, the metrics to get it is so high.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, dude, fuck all that. But
some people at 10, like some people said 20. I'm like, man, whatever.
Nah, dude. Look, unless Meta contacts you, stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
But no, the thing that was kind of hilarious was that even when I pointed out, like the thing that dude tried to say that I was accusing the other person of, I was like, dude, literally just said it right here. I was like, dude, literally just laid it all bare just right here. That's right. But yeah, I always find shit like that fucking hilarious. It's like, dude, because I'm gonna be like this. I want y'all to understand something. Y'all see me talking about some shit on the internet. I want y'all to know this. No one who has less followers than me can make me angry. This is not a flex. This is not me trying to be like, ooh, look at me, I'm better than everybody else. No, it's a general rule I have. Like I tell people time, I don't argue with people who have less followers than me.
This motherfucker.
I don't. I do not. I do not. Like I will talk.
Let's be real though. Motherfuckers who have more followers than you ain't gonna be able to get on your skin either.
No. But that's the thing though. But
especially not a motherfucker. Yeah.
Oh God. Look, let me tell y'all something. Look, do you know how many motherfuckers who have bigger followings than me have talked shit about me? And let me tell y'all something. Babies don't sleep as good as I do.
Man, I said, listen. I tell these motherfuckers, man, listen. I am 44 years old. I'm a normie on the internet. I just learned about Tim the Tap Man like a year and a half ago. I don't know who
and
you
Grums
are,
the other day. You just learned who Grums was like a week ago.
Man, yeah, he's like some comic skate guy. No, what? No.
Oh, video.
What the fuck is he? I don't know. Man, you can have 3 billion followers. I'm still probably not know who you are unless you've been on TV or something. Shit.
No. Well, I actually. So okay. It's and that's why I keep trying to tell people. I genuinely do not let much get up. Like, okay, I want to put this in perspective. I had a dude who some of y'all may know by the name of Young Ripper, a guy who at the time had literally like I think it would be fair to me to say had 10 times the following that I had. And like over half his fan base came after me. Like legitimately came after me.
That's just parasocial. They should be embarrassed.
They should be embarrassed. That's weird behavior. Just like strange and unusual. But here's the thing. Even that didn't fuck with me. So don't think, and I want people to understand this. If you were, and I'm not trying to be like, hey, look, I'm above reproach. But what I'm saying is to those people who think that like, oh, you made some little smart aleck jab at me, or you think that like you said some like you think you had the Perry Mason moment where you were like, actually, this is the F. Like just know that when you do that, it is for you and like your friends. Like I'm not like I am going to be unfazed. like I know some people think that when people put the laughing emoji up with like the tears that they're like because like a lot of people try and say, oh, that's just you trying to hide the fact that like you're really crying. I was like, no, I'm for real laughing at you.
Right.
I am, dude. Yeah. And here, and I just want to point this out because Elite just said this, and this is actually I think is hilarious. He said even funnier. Some of Ripper's people came after you here and stayed. But here's the thing, though.
I bet you they're not a Nerds of Culture, though.
I don't know. You never know.
Just say it.
Well, I mean, I remember people coming to me. Pull up. No, don't pull up. I really like. I don't. I think people like. I just really want people to understand. And like I said, it's. I say this for y'all, not for me. I say this for the people I'm talking about. It's not for me because, dude, y'all have no idea how quick I will like. Man, I'm a master at this. I won't block you, but I will mute the fuck out of your ass. And it won't even be like a, hey, I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to drop some heat.
There talking to yourself.
And you're going to be, like, I even told dude, I was like, look, man, this shit's dismissed. I was like, I'm going off my day. I have not looked back to see if anybody else replied to that bullshit. And when I'm done with the conversation, you can ask Robo because he knows how I am. When I say I'm done with some shit, I'm done. Like, I'm like, all right, cool, bet, all right. He knows. I look, and it's just it's how I am, dude. I don't have time for that. But I just want y'all to understand, like, dude, if y'all see somebody in my mentions and my comments and shit talking crazy, y'all don't even. I don't even need. I'm saying this is. I don't need y'all to gang up on nobody. I don't need y'all to beat nobody's ass verbally. Y'all just know that I saw that shit and looked at it and just went, okay.
You know why you're not gonna? Well, first of all, time out. Swamp cow. Thank you, but you trying to tell me you've never experienced something and then came and had a whole ass story for your people? Come on now. Be serious.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. Here's the thing. This is called content.
Yeah.
Like, when I...
Are you not entertained?
I'm about to say, your ass still sitting here, so, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But no, the thing is...
Just for that, I need a $1.99. Give me a $1.99.
Yeah, like, it's like, I'm just saying. Like, here's the thing. And this is how I know people don't know how content creation works. When I... Like, okay, look, if I'm taking the time to talk to y'all about something... might not even be because I give a shit. It's like, okay, dude, let me tell y'all something. I have deleted more shit than y'all will ever see. I shot a...
That's why I will never leave threads. You couldn't pay me. That's a lie. You could pay me.
Yeah, you could pay me to leave. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The other day, I saw some shit on threads that made me almost go to Blue Sky. I saw that shit where they were talking about motherfuckers. Like, and I just want to point something out. This right here, like, before I even say the thing, this right here, Swamp Cow, I love you to death. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure they're great. They're great.
I'm sure you're a great person. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and I want you, and I'm saying this with love. I didn't have to read this comment. I didn't have to pull this up on the screen. This is content now. You've officially become content. This is how this works. This is how this works. I expect when I say some wild shit in somebody's chat, if my shit gets pulled up on the screen, I just expect that shit. And when you tune into a fucking radio show or somebody's live stream, guess what? They're going to talk about their fucking day. Because that's just what fuck people do.
What happened? You got me on with bated breath. What is the
so the thing
they giving out monies?
No. So what happened was I pulled up threads and they had this thing, this notification that basically was like, hey, you can it was basically the tune of you can look up all the people you follow on Twitter and follow them over here. And I was like, I was like, well, first off, I don't even have Twitter anymore. I like legit, like when I tell y'all, I'm not one of the motherfuckers that was performative and said, oh yeah, I deleted Twitter. But really what they actually did was they just temporarily deactivated their account. Right. No. Right. I no longer have an account. Like my shit's gone.
Or set it to private. Yeah.
Right. Like if I went back to Twitter today, I would have to make a whole new account. I would literally be normie regular ass dude on Twitter. That's how hard I nuked my shit. So
let me admit something real quick. I did the same thing, except not for Nerds of Culture. So every now and then I see something like, oh, this Twitter, I'm like, let me go see what's going on. That's what I just recently done. Well, I mean, you got the username and password. You just jump in there every now and then. But
that is
the Nerds of Culture
account,
I posted to Gail Simone.
Oh, yeah.
I did, right? Yeah,
you did.
Like,
you did.
Hey, what are you still doing over here?
Yeah,
like, you should be on Thread. She's like, nah, I don't like it over there. I'm like,
and honestly, I don't blame her because a lot of comics people don't. Like, okay, there's some fucking weirdo, and when I say weirdos, I mean this with all the love in the world, so I don't want anyone to go back. Don't go running back and telling these people I'm calling them weird. This is a term of endearment right now. But no, I have literally seen people like Jimmy Palmiotti, Brian Templesmith,
they go in on Threads.
Oh, yeah, but the thing is, and they're wokies. Like they're like, oh no, we're home. They're like, no, this is the house. This is the house that woke built. We're here. And I love to see it. I fucking love to see it. There's others out there too, like Mark Brooks, also a wokey. he be on there all day. Now I think he might still post some shit on
He does, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he still posts on like Twitter. But I mean, like honestly, I'm not gonna fault a motherfucker for that because I mean you got a business to run. Yeah. You are a business. You have to reach the most, especially as an artist, you got to reach the most people possible.
Right.
But that's
just really hard. Not with Elon. Yeah. I don't really have a good argument because fucking what's his face is a piece of shit too. You know, I mean,
Zuck, the Zuck,
yeah,
Zuck
is a piece of shit. He's just a quieter piece of shit, really. But he's, you know,
it's kind of like what I said about Blue Sky. Yeah, because everybody kept saying, "Oh, well, Blue Sky's not run by a billionaire or blah 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 blah." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Y'all do know who put the money up for Blue Sky to be made, right?" Mm-hmm. I was like, "The motherfucker that used to run Twitter." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Not only that, it's now, he's off of it now." But I mean, and I said, "And it's run by a fucking crypto bro or crypto sis." I think is the more appropriate. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Right, and I was like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. None of these people are good people. Matter of fact, I mean, Blue Sky might be all well and good, but honestly, I'm waiting for the face heel turn of that motherfucker because, like, they're playing it cool because of how, like, I'm sure they read the tea leaves. Look, first off, all these fucking billionaires and millionaires, they know each other. Okay, they know each other. It's just like with everything else. When you talk to these people in the comics industry, don't go talking shit about Donnie Cates to Scott Snyder. He don't want to hear that shit. They know each other. They're boys. Yeah, that would be like y'all running to Carter and telling him how mad y'all are at me, thinking that he gonna do something.
Or say something negative about an artist, and there's another artist in the chat.
Right.
Like, you never know. You never know.
See, I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to see. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it. See, I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that to you. I wasn't going to do you like that.
If anybody sees Gavin, next time you see Gavin, tell him Robo misses
him. Yeah, right?
And I'm sorry.
Look, hey, he's still he knows we still love him. And I just want to make it clear that these people are all in league with each other. These people are all in league with each other. They know each other.
And it's a small community. It's a very, very small community.
Oh yeah, it's the fucking 1%. Dude, if you think these motherfuckers don't kick it with each other on the weekends, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. But no, that's Infamous Mike Man had, I'm not gonna hold you. This is hilarious to me because I actually almost made this mistake once. Not that I was talking to either one of them, but I was talking about Spider-Man, and like I had a brain fart and almost said Jim Zub one time instead of Zeb Wells. Hell, shit, maybe I did. I don't know. So someone confused Jim Zub with Zeb Wells and told him your Spider-Man sucks. Dude, could you imagine having like, first off, feeling that comfortable. Fuck getting them confused, but feeling that comfortable. Man, I would never. That's
crazy. That is some next level, like you're a bad person.
Yeah, like, because here's the thing. I literally had, oh my God. Some of y'all might remember this. Daniel Kibblesmith, the guy who was writing, Robo, you might even remember this. Do you remember that failed New Warriors pitch?
Yes.
The one that had everybody
crazy ass costumes, and it was like
the fucked up names. Right, it was here, let me see. Can I pull this up? Yeah, it was this shit. Yeah, this shit right here. Yeah. I had that motherfucker on the show. I had this motherfucker on the channel, like talking to him. I never brought it up. I could have. And you know what?
I mean, it would have been funny. I would have. Man, it's a good thing you didn't have me there. You'd be DMing me. Stop it, please. Can you just stop? All right, that's the last time you're coming on.
No.
He knows I'm kidding. He knows what? It's in the DMs, but I'm answering you on live. You're like, what do you mean stop? Why are you saying stop? He knows I'm kidding, man. Like, oh, I am gonna fucking explode.
Look, and here's the funny part. Here's the funny part about it. when the
Safe space
interview
and Snowflake. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
what it was.
so here it is. So here it is. So you had screen time. This is screen time on the left. You had Snowflake, Safe Space, Be Negative, and Trailblazer. And I was like, bruh. And here's the thing. I think
the two middle ones that got the most hate.
Yeah, it was these two. Like, because really, honestly, the screen time, if there was anything, there was like a slight weirdness because it's like, okay, you got an Asian character. You're basically saying this motherfucker's like always hooked to his fucking devices. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Being Negative was like the only one I thought I was like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I said name's dumb, but I mean, yeah, he actually looks cool. And then Trailblazer, I was like, okay, Native American character named Trailblazer, little on the nose. Little indigenous character out here. We don't really get very many of them, and you call them Trailblazer. Okay, all right, that's one thing. But these two motherfuckers, I was like, okay, this is open season right here. But no, I never brought it up, and I could tell that when the interview was over, he was very appreciative that I did not. Because I think someone in the chat brought it up and I kind of like danced around it. And I could tell that he knew that I knew, but I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bring it up. Just because I was like, dude, look, I get it. I totally get it. But that said,
I'm just going to stop being, I'm not showing up to those chats anymore. I'm not showing up to those interviews.
he's like, no, not me. He's like, y'all ain't about to get me. Y'all ain't about to get my ass. I mean, and honestly, okay, look, and I'll keep it a buck here. I'll 100% keep it a buck. I don't even really think that in the great grand scheme of things, I actually don't even think that like you said anything that was like absolutely fucking terrible. It's just it was more of the intensity of it. Is what it was. Like,
you know what's fucked up too?
Mm-hmm.
I looked him up later because I was telling Maneater about it, and I was just like I think I made like a pro, like not very happy.
Oh,
and I was like, and I was telling her, and she was, oh, let me see. And I was looking it up, right? And I was like, because I remember the one I fucking hated was his Ninjak. And I looked it up, and as I was looking up his art, trying to find it, I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. I was like, I hated that Ninjak, but he's obviously a good artist.
So the reason why I even kind of like slick co-signed it was because I knew. Like, it took me a minute to realize who it was, but when it all clicked in my head, I was like, oh, that guy. He did do one thing I didn't like. And it was where he was using a style that was a little bit different than maybe what he normally does.
Right.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
we could talk shit about Greg Land.
Yeah, we can talk shit about Greg.
You know what I'm drinking? You know, this is what it is. Just like real life. Look, I could talk shit about him. You have to not like him also.
No.
If you like him now, it's like, oh, hey, he can't do that.
It's like, hold on, wait a minute.
You know, no. But if it's Liefeld or Greg Land, now it's free game. Come on,
yeah,
now.
fuck him. No, like, I will say this. When it comes to Greg Land, I actually don't hate Greg Land, but like, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, look, man, the fact that he leans into it,
it's like his brand now.
Yeah, it's his brand. So yeah, honestly,
like, whose face can I put on here?
I'm like, bro, actually, I respect him. I actually respect him for it now. I'm still gonna make fun of him, but like, I respect it. Like, I respect the game. So I'm like, dude, who else can say they have made a career off of tracing their own work? Because it's no longer just like, because the main thing was always like, oh yeah, he traces porn or he uses porn for references.
But he does his own thing.
But yeah, and that's the thing. Now he's gotten to the point where he's referencing his own shit. So I'm like, dude, that is like, I mean, and here's the thing though.
That's my shit. I'm gonna copy my shit all day.
Dude, and here's the thing, and this is something I think y'all really need to understand. Motherfuckers that trace, I want to put you on game about something. Yes, tracing, not my favorite style of art, but let's be clear. You can trace somebody else's shit and it still look like ass.
Mm.
It takes a skilled motherfucker to trace and make it look good.
Right. I mean, he's doing everything else, right? Yeah. I could always tell when someone traces a little bit because I'll be going over I'll like find the original picture, and I'm a hater. Look, if you ever share something in the art channel, I shouldn't say this. Share away, people. If you're sharing stuff in the art channel, don't ever stop. But just know, if your shit looks like really good, I'm gonna go fucking find that picture. I'm gonna find that motherfucker, and I'm gonna look up at the hands. I'm like, nah, look at that shit. The fingers, exact same angles. His teeth got the same gap. Nah, that's trace right there.
Yeah. Oh no, because like I tell people,
you gotta do the rest of it though. You know what I mean? It's like
right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. It's a whole thing. What? We'll get into that here in just a sec. But I will say let's take a peek at because I know we got some super chats and whatnot and what have you. We'll take a look at those here in just a moment.
Yeah.
We got a couple of things here. First and foremost, we have got the homie out here. Let's see here. This is Stomp 10 out here with the 499 out here. Just giving it up. Love to see it. Says, what's up, Blerds? I just watched Kraven the Hunter, and it's actually pretty solid, but it's not hard to improve on garbage. Here's the thing I'll say about this. I didn't like Kraven. I've been very open about that. Did you ever watch Kraven? Did you ever get around to it?
I want to say yes. I'm glad this came up. I saw it come up, and I was like, oh, finally. Because I haven't really found a way to, like, talk about it. Like, I find, I sometimes, you know how, like, people are, like, contrarians?
Yes.
But, like, I feel like I'm, like, the opposite of that. Meaning, like, everybody hates a thing, I feel like I've been like saying I like things everybody hates, like the Batman Ninja thing or whatever, yeah. And I'm like, me and my son finished Kraven, finished it all the way to the end credits, and we both looked at each other. We were like, that was pretty dope. And you're like, yeah, it was dope. Like, why do you say it sucked? I'm like, there was bad acting. There was shitty fucking CGI. We saw the mouth of the old girl and stuff. It was like, there was parts in it. The
that
shit was like, we had to replay that. We were dying laughing. So there's definitely cringe, shitty parts of it, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as what I was thinking. I thought it was actually kind of dope. I thought it was a fun one to watch.
I'll tell you this much. I haven't softened on Kraven any at all since its release, but I will say this. It had a lot of problems that I couldn't overlook. I don't know, just something about it. There were things like seen in it that I was just like, oh, here's Sony again. I was like, dude, it's one of those things where I was kind of like, you know what? I feel like Sony needs to get back to focusing objectively on Spider-Man, like nothing else. Stop worrying about this fucking spinoff shit, because every time they try to do the spinoff shit, the cart just goes all the way the fuck off the rails. And it's like looking back at it, seeing the bad CG, some of the bad acting, like, and some of the things where the story was just like, hey man, come on, dude, just go with it. Just like, there's a lot of scenes where the movie's like, man, come on, man, just come on, man. Just
yeah. Some of the shit that he walks away without a scratch, and then another part he's like, oh fuck. I was talking about something about that. I was like, didn't he just jump off like 4 stories and slam into the thing to go after his friend, and he was fine? But now this punch, he's like, ugh. You
Let's
know?
go. I'm dead. I'm almost dead.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I will say, I can say one nice thing about Craven. I actually appreciated that they used a villain in the movie that I did not know was in the movie. There's a villain, and no, I'm not talking about his brother, but I'm talking about like there was the assassin that was in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
That was a character from the comics, and they actually did some really. I will say that they did some very interesting things with that character, so I can definitely say they're and but I look at everything else, I'm like, dude, y'all could have done a better job with Rhino.
It's Sony though, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it is. You know what? I think that's what it is right there.
Yeah,
it's like your daughter's gonna give you art one day, and it's gonna be way better than anything she's ever done before. You're gonna be like, oh God, this is pretty good. Have you been practicing? But let's be real. Objectively, it's still gonna be shit, right?
They're like, oh no,
it's just way better than what you're used to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Sony's been putting out such garbage to where it's like, all right, maybe it's still bad, but this is the 8. You guys are doing a little bit better.
Okay. I tell you what, you know what? I think I did say something very hyperbolic for the lulz when I reviewed Craven. I will say this. Madam Web is objectively worse than Craven. I will say that.
That got me thinking too. I was like, man, I need to watch Bad. If everybody was saying this movie was bad and I actually enjoyed it, maybe I'll enjoy Madam Web. But my son was like, no, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Tried to watch it, he's like, no.
Well, and here's the thing, and I want people to understand something. I was one of those people that, like, I liked the first Venom movie. Like, unironically enjoyed that shit. And when Venom Let There Be Carnage came out, I unironically enjoyed that, even though I will openly admit it has its problems. I totally get why people don't like it, but I don't really have much of a problem with it. But when I watched Venom: The Last Dance, I was like, okay, no, this is, no. I was like, no, nope, we're not doing this. I was like, you know what? Y'all were right. Y'all were right all along. But I
didn't see it on that thing. Do you see Sea of Galaxies on that deal there on your recent events?
No. I see Swamp Cows.
Sea of Galaxies. Yeah, I was wondering why. I was looking at your thing. I was like, huh. But if you scroll all the way up in the YouTube chat, Sea of Galaxies dropped a 20. So you're speaking
did they take
the truth about anti-woke?
Let's see.
On the YouTube chat, if you scroll up.
Yeah. No. I'm scrolled all the way up. I might have to go into the actual like chat. Oh, well, no, that's something different. That's a different one. Different one. Yeah, I don't even see the Yeah, screenshot that and send it over to me, because I'm not seeing it in the. All right, here.
I was like, oh yeah, he'll get to it. And then when I looked at the thing, I was like, I don't even see it on the screen that he has up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's it was not showing up here. But yeah, hey, look, fuck it, look, hey, look, yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. Here, let me get this right quick, and there, let's put that over there, and we will pull it up right here. Shazam says, yeah, here we go. Sea of Galaxies 22 with 20 says, you're speaking the truth about anti-woke. Hey, thank you. Like I said, we appreciate that. I don't know why it didn't show up on the thing, but it's that is weird. I will say this, sometimes there will be things that show up that or don't show up that probably should. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of rethinking the whole Streamlabs thing as it stands. But honestly, and largely because I just
Streamlabs part. Oh, gotcha.
Well,
gotcha.
No. Well, largely just because.
Thing, right?
What's that?
This was a YouTube dono, though, right?
Well, no. This was on YouTube, but like sometimes Streamlabs doesn't pick up everything. Also, I don't know. Streamlabs is just being really weird right now. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe they'll get there.
APIs be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it just be bullshitting. But also, I do want to say, because we got this right here too. We got Swamp Cow with the 5 over in the Streamlabs. I was speaking of Streamlabs. Says, for the content with the winky face. Like I said, man, it's always for the content.
I see. Oh, now I recognize the name. I said $1.99. That was the fee.
He said that was a fee. He said that was a fee.
But we'll take the 5. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Look, see, this is a reverse Dr. Umar. You see, normally Dr. Umar would be like, "Oh, that's really nice that you gave me $20. I asked for 40. I asked for 40, but I mean, that's okay.
Can you imagine the goal? the amount of like clinical narcissism you have to be able to say some shit like that. I cannot.
I cannot
imagine.
I'm built different. I can't do it. I am built so different from Dr. Umar. I like honestly, the only way, and even then, I've had this happen and I still don't do it. The only way I could even potentially even fix my face to be disrespectful is if someone donated to say something hurtful or fucked up, which has happened, I think, maybe twice in the entirety of the time that I've been doing this. That's not an invitation. Just putting that out there. It's not an invitation, so don't even get any ideas. But
you can
and even then. he's like, yeah, no.
You can talk all the shit you want.
Like,
just
bring
give it again.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. You actually made me think about that shit. I need to actually clip that. I was watching The Fifth Element the other day, and I was like, that's actually one of my. I remember, man, the things you remember from your childhood, but I actually remember that being like a part. That was like a core part of my personality for a while. Be like, give me the cash. Like being the guy outside the door. I don't know why I used to just walk around saying that shit all the time. It's not even like the most memorable part of the movie, but but it was just always something. It lived rent free in my head. But no, but I will say, like, even then, even when people have said mean things or like tried to use super chats to try to dunk on me, like, I'm like, dude, no, I roll with that shit. So I just don't care. But we got another one here, and I'm gonna try not to fuck the name up because y'all know me. I fuck names up. You. But what'd you say? She? Oh man, I don't know. That doesn't sound that sounds wrong. That sounds that sounds so wrong. Well, no, because it reminded me of something that I remember, and like I said, with the passing of time, we have better language. Oh, were you? Oh, okay, never mind. See, I'm not gonna lie. So, okay, this is how much of a soft-hearted, bleeding, or rather bleeding heart I am. I was like, when I heard it in my head, I winced. Because I was like, ooh, that sounds like a slur. I was like, that sounds like, because I say, because when I was in high school, there was a young lady who, like I said, we didn't have the language for this sort of stuff at the time, right. But she was trans. But like, because
the other way around, my brain didn't click because it's the other way around. Got it.
And a lot of the other kids that like used to hang out in the circle, they used to always call her like she, he, or shim, or shit like that. And like it like so when I heard, so when you said it like that, like that's what I was kind of ooh.
I thought you were making that face because of the Michael Jackson voice.
No.
Sure.
But I am glad to know that it was the correct pronunciation, and we are not.
Is it like Irish or something? I feel like it's Irish or Scottish or like someone from around there.
That's. I didn't think about that.
Would have been Sheehy.
Okay, okay.
Fucking smart, bro.
Look at you. So so
read books and shit.
Sheehy is what I thought it probably was gonna sound like. That's what I was actually kind of leaning on. So yeah, but yeah, it's so okay. So you had it right on the front end. So we're good. See, like I said, we're breaking down barriers, sir.
Now let's read this 5 lirum super chat. This 5 lirum or.
I'm so fucking done with y'all. Anyway, says, do you think Marvel should do a Crisis on Infinite Earth scenario where they reboot their entire universe and have a fresh start? Okay, so Here's what I think they should do. Because we now have the homework. We have DC's homework now. So we know how to do this and do it right. Because we have learned from their mistakes. I think Marvel could benefit from it. And I say that because it's not something Marvel has done before. It's not something that Marvel has really experimented with. I mean, the closest you got was Ultimate Marvel, and now again with the new Ultimate Marvel. But like, we're talking about like this is a separate imprint, not like an actual reboot. But like, there is something to be said for giving people a comic where they can just pick that motherfucker up and read. They don't have to know 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75 in some cases, years worth of history. There is something to be said for that. And honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea. But here's where your problem's going to come in. Is that the temptation, someone's going to get tempted. Because it always happens. And the new 52 suffered from it so much. And this is why I say we need to copy. You got to copy that homework. Or not copy it, but study that homework so you don't make the same mistakes. You cannot like say, okay, we're doing a line-wide reboot, but then just start reheating them same old-ass leftovers. Like a lot of the DC books, they didn't do it at first, but they all at some point started leaning into old ass stories that we've already seen before, or trying to do spins on old ass stories. Like, ooh, see, this new universe, but guess what? Oh, guess what? We're doing Death in the Family again. But oh, no, it's called Death of the Family. Like it's okay.
That's right.
We've seen this before. Flash. I forget what story arc they did with that, but they did I think 2 or 3 different storylines where it was basically just rehashing.
Yeah.
Different
ways to fight evil Flash. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Jack says he means more like merging characters or whatever. So like not a fresh start then.
Yeah.
But that's where I was going. Like first thing my brain went to was the MCU. I'm like, what? No. But then I realized we're talking about comic books. So
Gotcha.
Like,
yeah.
The answer is still no. But what I did like was when the first Ultimate Universe smashed into 616, and we got to keep some of that goodness, right? That's
right. Got to keep Miles
Morales and all that, right? And it's
and
like
the Maker.
I would like to see that.
Yes.
There is a I don't know. I think it's dope that you can take Marvel. And there's retcons, of course, but they could take that. You could take that continuity and run that shit all the way back to the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Reborn. Was it New 52? What was it? Rebirth.
Yeah,
all
they did.
Yeah. So wait, now you got to be like, oh, can Superman do this? Well, in New 52 he could, but they took away that power. And I'm like.
Here's the fucked up part about that. And this is another reason why I was talking about that too, is because DC went to all that trouble to reboot the continuity and make everything fresh, and then turned right the fuck back around and melded. They literally went back and said, okay, so here's the thing. Everything's different, but Superman is still Superman from the previous continuity. And then they were like, oh, well, actually, a lot of his supporting cast is also, melded over from that. Okay, all right, fuck it. Everybody is now. And it's like,
that's writing rooms with a giant whiteboard up front, visually seeing the giant fucking plot holes when you mess with time. Like, there's a reason why time travel can't happen, because there's so many like huge what's it called, the paradoxes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Giant paradoxes. And when you try to put them into fiction, you start fucking up. You know what I mean? We could sit there. People have done it with the MCU. Like, wait a minute. So if they grab the gem and did this, that means, and so they have to fix it with the separate timelines. Yada yada yada.
Right.
So when they do this in the writing room, they're like, wait a minute. Actually, we can't use that character because that character wouldn't have been there because. All right. So that character also same history. Okay, like, sir. My character's the same way.
It's like, wait a minute, wait. I don't know what I gotta fix this. But I will say this. I do think it would be nice to age up some of the characters. Characters like Franklin Richards, Valeria, they've been aged up because of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey shenanigans. And I think that it would be nice. And to be fair, I actually think, if I remember correctly, Ms. Marvel is almost about to be college age. Like, she's actually
and Squirrel Girl, right?
And Squirrel Girl. So, like, I can definitely 100% vouch for Miss Marvel because she literally is at the age right now where she's checking out colleges. Yeah. Like, she's actually literally on the cusp of going to college. So I think that it wouldn't be shit to, like, go ahead and bump that motherfucker on up and just get her college age. Go ahead and get Miles Morales college age. Take, honestly, a lot of the younger heroes that are, kind of in that bracket.
Start bumping them up. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, just go. Well, because
like
some
they
of
did
them
with
already
Magic
are.
and all the New Mutants. Like, bro, you can't be a teenager for 30 years, bro.
No. Well, and the thing that was kind of funny about it, like, I actually thought this was...
Squirrel Girl's an adult now. What I'm saying is that she was a teenager and they bumped her up. I only know that. Yeah. That way, because we had to double check when we were thirsting her on Marvel Rivals.
It's like, no. She grown now. She grown. Well, and I also want to make sure we're clear on this too, that for a lot of these characters, the reason why I don't like names, even though I like the comic, I don't like the name Young Avengers because the characters aren't kids. Kate Bishop, by the time she joins the Young Avengers, she's grown. Stature was grown. I think America Chavez was one of the only ones that wasn't grown. Like Wiccan and Hulkling, obviously they were like high school-ish age or something, maybe in and around there. But like for the most part, a lot of the characters that are part of the Young Avengers were not like that young. They were young in comparison to the Avengers, but not like. They weren't like the fucking Teen Titans or some shit. But even the Teen Titans, I mean, hell, they got to call them the Titans now. Shit. There's like, ain't nothing teen about y'all. But,
what happens when they get to their 30s,
Y'all still the Young Avengers? Y'all, wait.
Yeah.
What happens when y'all are AARP? Are y'all still the Young Avengers? We're like, well, what's that all about? This right here, we got a 5 on the Streamlabs side from Elite X1. So this might be a Blerd Cape question, but DC revealed how Wonder Woman will die in the future this week. Some people talking shit, mostly about how it won't stick, but I think this helps set up the new Trinity Wonder Woman legacy character from the Tom King shorts. Well, and that's the thing. And this is why I keep telling people, all those folks that are talking shit, they're basically telling you they've not read any of the comic because they've been setting that shit up for a while. Like the when they talk about Wonder Woman in the so for those who don't know, the Tom King run of Wonder Woman, and here I'm just saying that because I kind of want to pull something up real quick just to kind of a visual aid to show you all. But for those of you who have not been reading Wonder Woman, in the Tom King run, it is not narrated by Wonder Woman. It's narrated by the main villain of the series. So whenever you're reading the dialogue boxes, just know that it ain't Wonder Woman that's talking, and it's not anyone who's friends with Wonder Woman that's talking. The motherfucker the motherfucker narrating the book is this old motherfucker.
That's right.
Now, the funny thing about that is when he talks about Wonder Woman, something that I peeped a ways back is that he does not talk about her like she's still around. He talks about her in the past tense. And everyone else in the, when they show the future timeline, everyone talks about Wonder Woman like she ain't around. And not like, oh, she went to go to the, she ran to the store. Yeah, she ran to the store to go get, like, we were out of eggs. So she had to go run get some eggs. No, they talking about that motherfucker like she gone to the hereafter. And so it's one of those things.
Nobody thinks
like,
that's going to stick, though.
I mean, I don't think it's going to stick permanently because, I mean, let's be real.
Yeah,
what?
That's just the way comics are.
Yeah, no character is going to stay gone forever. However,
It'll be an event.
I think it'll be an event. I think it is something that could last a couple of years. Because, I mean, let's be real. Wonder Woman's already hit her anniversary. She's already hit her anniversary, so we're good on that. She doesn't have any, like, major milestones ready to pop off. I think it could last at least a year or two, and I think that would be fine.
How long did Superman stay dead? Like 6 months, a year?
Barely. That motherfucker wouldn't even. I think Superman was back inside of 6 months. I think he was actually back inside of 4. If you really want me to keep it a buck.
My memory, like I remember thinking that he was gone forever.
That's how they talked about it.
That 12-year-old, and then they had the dude with the yellow glasses and the cyborg. I'm like, they putting out new titles to replace Superman's gone.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he out of here. Well, and the thing is too, they've also already kind of shown us. If you checked out the at the end of the previous Wonder Woman run, this was like Wonder Woman 800. Which is another reason why I said it'd be a good time, like, yeah, maybe run that shit until, like, you getting ready to hit, like, a milestone issue in the legacy numbering or whatever. But, like, they've already shown us that, you know, Trinity, like, in the future, the person who is Batman and the person who is Wonder Woman are not the motherfuckers who you expect. Like, it's John Kent, you know, Superman, Damian as Batman, and then you got Trinity. Yeah, kind of. I mean, sort of. I mean, this is
Jedi robe or something.
Yeah, he's got the well. To be fair, this was kind of a riff on his fit from another book where in the future he was Batman. So they're really just paying that off. They're kind of giving him a little bit of Batman Eternal, or no, not Batman Eternal. Was it Batman Noel, I think is what it was. Yeah, Noel. And I want to sing the song. Anyway. But
I like what Thanos was saying. That's the type of shit that would work. You know,
right.
I would see some shit like that. Some like Rick and Morty, like if you watch Rick and Morty and you realize when you stop for a second, I was watching with Maneater, and like the Rick and Morty that we met in season 1, episode 1.
Yeah,
those motherfuckers have been long dead, permanently dead.
Yeah,
you know,
for a while.
Yeah, and like we're watching other iterations that have, like, you know, blah blah blah, and it's like, and she goes, "Fuck, that's crazy."
Yeah,
that would be a way I could see them actually permanently killing Wonder Woman, because now Wonder Woman's back. She is still what's her face, Diana, and but she's from another reality.
Yeah, no, and I like I said, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think and that's something I think people like Jessica Santana just kind of, you know, hit the nail right here. DC will give the 4-month vacation to the big 3. That's what they do. Because let me remind y'all. I want to take you guys back to the before times. And then we'll get into our main thing. I just real quick, just real brief, I promise. Real brief. How many of y'all remember a little event called Final Crisis? Some of you may or may not remember that story arc, but it was supposed to be the last ever crisis. That's the way they kind of build it, but it really wasn't. Because we've had other crises since then. But like right here, bam. That's Batman.
Damn, Batman died.
Dude, he was dead. Dead as dreams. Dude, okay, look, let me tell you something. I remember being in the shop the week this issue came out.
Cooked.
Motherfuckers was mad, I tells you, that Batman got laid down. Batman caught both barrels of the Omega beams to the cheek meat and got laid out. Now, here's the thing. They told you
that,
Batman.
did he?
Oh, man. Look, they didn't even wait that long to tell you he wasn't even actually dead. And yes, you are correct, Y-Tube noob. He died a 0 hour before that. and he came back just so he could die in Final Crisis. But here's the thing. He wasn't dead. It was time travel, just like Elite X1 just said. Like, instead of it actually be, the Omega beams didn't actually kill him, they just flash fried his corpse, but sent his soul off into the past where he was hanging around in fucking caveman times and shit. Dude, let me tell y'all something. These motherfuckers are gonna let... look, Diana, and just to kind of show y'all what I'm talking about, the reason why people are saying that she's going to be dead, this is something that actually came up in the most recent
This is why
issue.
people don't respect comic books as books, by the way.
Oh,
we sit there and we can defend it, and it's reading and it's literature. This is American literature right here. It's classic. And then they go do some dumb shit like this. You know what? Just keep making fun of us. Fuck it. We deserve it.
But yeah, this right here is why, because we see Diana with the knife in her chest, dead, and we know who's gonna kill her. We already know who the killer is. Like, it's not even like a question. It's that little motherfucker. That's the killer. Yeah. That's the killer right there. 100%.
Time is the mother, I tell you.
Man, dude, look, hey.
One second you're suckling, they're suckling at your teeth, and the next they're stabbing you in the chest.
Man, just done. Is that little motherfucker right there? And Trinity got to be the motherfucker to lay her down. So there you go. It's gonna be a vicious cycle. But that said, let's go ahead and get into our thing, man. We're here to talk about this Devil May Cry.
Makes me want to play the game. I'm trying to tell myself, what is it like? What would you say the game is like? I played
Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
So Devil May Cry, it's for
like,
me.
What game is it most like?
What game is it most like? Oh man,
yeah.
It's kind of its own. Well, I won't say it's its own thing, but for me, the only other thing that really kind of sticks out is, and this is a game that came after it, is Bayonetta. But Devil May Cry is kind of more of like an action. It's like an action. I don't want to call it a beat 'em up, but I mean, like, it's because that kind of evokes a very specific thing. But it's basically an action, adventure game. You're basically fighting demons, similarly to how Dante does on the show, but like you're trying to build up like combos and rack up stylish points. Like, you're trying to kill all the different demons as cool as humanly possible so you can get the most points, and then you can level up all your shit and just have the best and coolest combos and upgraded, shit or whatever. That said, it's also a game that was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 4.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And that's why the two dudes look so much alike.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's actually another good way to look at it. Saki Von Duber said too. It's basically God of War, but God of War with a much bigger emphasis on
the hack.
On the on the
hack
and like basically, like, you're beating motherfuckers up, knocking them up in the air, shooting them, keeping them up in the air. You build the combo points and coming in and hitting them with like a boom, 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 boom. Honestly, it's basically combo video, the video game. That's basically what it is.
Got it.
And I will also
Killer
say,
Instinct, the brawler.
the brawl, yeah, and I think Man, that now I'm thinking about something that actually would have enhanced the series over the years is if you actually could have the Ultra Combo, like you just beating ass, dude. That would have been so amazing. But yeah, you got this game about this guy, Dante, who's he's half demon and has an Oedipus complex.
Does he? He likes them all like that?
Well, so there was a character that didn't show up in the anime. There's a woman named Trish. And Trish looks like Dante's mom.
Interesting. Did they mention that? Was that a design similarity that everybody saw, or was it like on purpose? The other characters mentioned that she looks like her.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Technically, it is his mom, but not. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Look. I'll just put it like this. It was one of those things when I first saw it, I had to roll my eyes. But
Gotcha.
you like I do agree. I do agree with Elite X1. You do just kind of need to just see it for yourself. You need to see it for yourself play out. But yeah. What's that?
That's in 3 or is that in 1?
It is shit. I mean, to be fair, I think it's something that does kind of slip. Now it's been so long since I played the first game, but I think it's something that kind of comes up across the whole thing. Yeah. Like I'll put it like this: my memory of 1, because like 1 is the So
what year was that? Because I played 1, but it was definitely not a game that I.
It was early aughts. Like it was a game that was very much an early. It was like an early aughts game. For me, it's the game I played almost the least. Like I played it a lot when it originally came out, but I have not touched that fucking game since GW was in office.
Bro, that game came out 9, 11, 12, like 20 days before the towers were hit.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't know this game. Because
you were gone.
Anything for time. Yeah. I was like,
you were gone. You were here. You were
I was like, what was I doing? Huh? What happened? What was happening in the summer of 2001?
Well, so the thing that I thought was kind of hilarious about the whole thing is that Devil May Cry is one of those game series. I feel like every odd number game is the one that I like. What I mean by that is, DMC 1, obviously, banger. I fucking hated Devil May Cry 2. Did not enjoy it. I did not have a good time with that. Devil May Cry 3 came out, and I was like, all right, we're back. Then Devil May Cry 4 came out, and I was like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah.
And then Devil May Cry 5 came out. Well, actually, no, to be fair, the DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot of Devil May Cry came out. I actually really like that game, and I think it got a lot of unfair hatred. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But then when Devil May Cry 5 came out, I was like, all right, we're back. And that's what I feel like. I feel like every time we come out with a Devil May Cry game, it's always going to be the same thing. We're always going to be just going over the same shit every time. It's like, okay, first game, fantastic. And the next thing you know, the next the next thing comes out, and I'm literally just like,
you raggedy bitch.
That like it's like that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at on every like even numbered game. And then like they'll come back, hit us with that heat, and I'm like,
I'm thinking I'm back.
Like, yeah, that's what it is. And then they come out, they put out some bullshit. They come out, put out some bullshit, and I have to be like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. But then they come back out with some heat, and I'm like, hey,
put the word out there that we back up.
Like that, like that's how it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Also, yeah, Jonathan Cantor just kind of just kind of this is the story order. Just to give you an idea of how cooked Capcom is at making games. It's like you have to count the games like you don't know how to count. It's like, can you count to 5, little Bobby? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
3, 1, 2, 4, 5. Ain't that's the right order, right?
So halfway through, they decided to do like a prequel,
Yeah.
and then they said, never mind, let's go back to it.
I think because 2 was so negatively received, I don't know if this really had a whole lot to do with it. I just remember 2, I know a lot of people that I knew did not like the second game. I don't really know too many people who like the second game. I know motherfuckers who played it a lot, but like it was like hate playing. Like they'd be like, yeah, I'm just.
Right.
They're like, man, fuck it, I ain't got nothing else better to do.
Just like with Dark Souls 2. What's up with them sequels? The 2s in the games, huh?
Dude, man, 2's always like failing us, man. Is that we don't talk about 2? We don't talk about like I will say this. 4, I actually don't think 4 is bad. I just don't like Nero like that. Like I don't care for Nero as a character like that. Like, and honestly, the only reason I tolerate him in 5 is because I guess I don't know at this point. I guess he just wore me down.
And Nero's the other Sparta son, right?
What's that?
Is Nero the other Sparta son? The other son of Sparta?
Man, I'm not gonna try and make any sense of Nero and his weirdness. Yeah. I'm not gonna try and make any sense of Nero and this shit.
Yeah, we got some Devil May Cry Lord experts. It's Virgil's son.
Yeah.
What you gotta know? You gotta know the family tree. So because in 1874,
look, let me be honest with you. I only care about Virgil. I don't give a fuck about Nero, okay? Fuck Nero. Nero ain't shit. He ain't, look, like, Nero is that one character where I will turn into one of those motherfuckers online and be like, yeah, well, he ain't his daddy. Fuck him. He ain't his daddy. Virgil the man.
If it ain't Dante, I don't know who the fuck you are. And now, because of the show, you got that one purple dude who's his half-brother. And then the rabbit guy and Dante. I'm up to 3. You talk about anybody else? Okay, and the girl.
And
the lady. You got 4. That's it.
Can I ask you, like, you know, and this is something I'm glad you brought her up because so I gotta ask you a question. I'm curious. I want to know if I'm out of pocket.
Okay.
Because apparently I've been saying out of pocket shit all day today. Apparently, yeah. Apparently. So, lady. Who is in this series, which actually was kind of surprised, like not surprised because clearly she was in the trailers, but I was actually shocked that they went the direction with this anime that they did because it kind of gives you a little bit of man, the timeline on this shit's weird. Like it's kind of giving you like a little bit of 1 and a little bit of 2 and a little bit of 3. Like it just.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard most people talking about. Is like, because you know me, I mean, if I'm not playing, I'm not seeing any of the Easter eggs. But when I hear people talking about it online, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Even in the chat, I heard earlier, like the way that they kind of pull from all the games because this is not in continuity. This is not
this is own. Yeah.
So this is like, yeah, like you said, like yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that villain, and just put it in this anime.
It's like everything for the most part, like there are a lot of characters who did get their stuff kind of tweaked or shifted around. However, and Darth Ninja, because this was actually what was on my mind. It's not just those games. The reboot of like DMC Devil May Cry. There are actually, man. Okay, let me put y'all on game about some shit. Because see, DMC Devil May Cry, that was where I lived. Okay, that was where I lived.
Is that the last one?
No. DMC Devil May, that was the reboot, the one that everybody hated. That was what everybody. It's funny. It's the game everybody hated, but when Devil May Cry 5 came out, it borrowed a lot of shit from, like in terms of gameplay from the reboot, and suddenly it was okay. But yeah, we don't talk about that. But the thing for me is there are some moments where, like, I like Lady as a character. I've actually always kind of dug Lady as a character. But man, there were a couple moments I was like, man, look, y'all need to stop. Y'all try, like, I feel like y'all trying to make me not like her like every so often, like temporarily. Y'all, it's like, no, don't get too comfortable with her. No. Make her do something silly. Like something that just defies logic. Like, it's like, hey, you know what? We got this like whole demon thing going on. Hey, let me handicap the one dude who can actually handle this shit. Like that was always some shit that yeah. I don't know. It pissed me off. But yeah. That said, I did like what they did.
Is $7.
Yeah, because it came out a while ago, I think.
2019. That is the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. Yep.
$7 right now.
Yeah, DMC 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
You get the deluxe for it. You get the deluxe plus Virgil, $10, $9.99.
See, what pissed me off was that when it came out, so I bought the game on PlayStation when it originally came out. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I might be misremembering things, and I'm probably talking good and well out of pocket. But I remember they said that like your stuff didn't transfer. Like if you had already played the base game, they came out with a PlayStation 5 version of it, and I think for whatever reason those two games didn't talk to each other. But yeah, DMC 5, like I'm not gonna hold you. DMC 5, like, okay, it used to be 3. 3 used to be my game. DMC 3 was my game. Like to me, DMC 3, it was like, it don't get no better than this. It don't get no better than this. This right here, like if you came to me and said, hey, what do you think about Devil May Cry 3? I would be that guy that would sit you down and be like, hey, look. Look, I know you like that DMC 1. But wait, do you like DMC 2? Okay, first off, get out of my face. But no. In all seriousness, this shit right here, like that DMC 1 is lit. Don't get me wrong. I fucks with it. I still go back, because sometimes I get nostalgic. But this shit right here, that ooh wee,
pure.
Like when you play it,
pure crystal like this,
right? It's like you know how when you take a sip of some juice and it's so sweet, they're like right here, kind of like you be like, ooh, like I said, that right here. But no, I really like DMC 5. And the reason why I think DMC 5 works is because, and I think once again, it's because you're not playing with Nero the entire time. You're playing with you're playing with different characters.
Yeah.
You're kind of jumping back and forth.
I have it installing right now, so I'll figure it out.
There you go.
I found out.
Well, what kind of fucked my head up? Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, DMC 5 Special Edition, it doesn't carry anything over from the PlayStation 4 port. That was the thing that pissed me off, because I think by the time, for whatever reason, I started playing DMC 5, and I got really far in it, but then, like, for whatever reason, I stopped playing. So when the Special Edition came out, I wanted to get that. I'm like, I'll just, pick up where I left off. And the game was like, no. So I had to start all the way over, and I was like, well, we're not doing that. And then eventually I bought the Special Edition and started over because, I have a problem. But I'll definitely say one thing I like about this is that, kind of similar to Castlevania, because it's the same kind of setup. I actually appreciated that they did not try to skew so heavily close to the to the game. Like, they didn't try and like match the game's story beat for story beat. They let the characters that needed that have it, but they also said, no, like let's do something different here. Let's maybe try, because the rabbit, White Rabbit, that motherfucker ain't nobody. I mean, he's around, but I mean, he ain't like they made this like this dude got this dude got the DLC power buff. He got the DLC power buff.
Do you finish it? Have you watched all the Devil May Cry's already?
Of the anime? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This guy, he also, man, I'm forgetting the actor's name. I think it's Ben. I think he's like Ben June. I think is his name. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but he's an actor who I'm actually quite fond of. Like I remember I used to always see him in oh God, what was that show? Banshee. Banshee. With home, with your boy Homelander. But no, I really dug it. I really dug what they were doing with this. It actually worked for me on a lot of different levels. Also, let me ask you this: did you how far did you get it? Did you get all the way through it?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah,
Okay.
I got to the. I think I have like 2 episodes left. But
So you got to the music video episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one that I was watching and I was like, what's going on? Like there hasn't been like, it's like the stories.
There's no talking.
Yeah.
It's like, why is no one talking? It's like, oh shit. I guess. And honestly, that was one of my favorite episodes. And I will say this, I'm a little biased. I have a lot of bias. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Y'all know me. I'm an unabashed gunship fan. I'm an unabashed gunship fan. This is a gunship stan account, in case y'all did not know this. Gunship is my shit. So when I found out, because and I think maybe we might have talked about this at some point, but I think it was when the talk of the soundtrack had gotten out, and I brought this up. I was like, dude, there's a gunship song on here. I was like, that's weird. I was like, I wonder which song it is. And I was like, oh, it's Ghost? Okay, that's a weird song. Like, because I'm sitting here looking at all the rest of this shit. We're looking like, oh, you got fucking Limp Bizkit's rolling. Like, you got that shit here. You got Guerrilla Radio. You got all these, like Last Resort, Butterfly by Crazy. I was like, Ghost is the most weird ass fucking choice you could have put on this whole soundtrack of anything. But then when I saw how they used it, I was like, and it's already one of my favorite gunship songs. So I was like, oh, no, y'all motherfuckers didn't. No, y'all didn't. No, you didn't. And then they fucked around. Oh my God. They gave me a double feature of gunship in the same episode. I almost shit myself. I'm not even bullshitting you. In the same episode, they came back later and played Dark All Day, the Power Glove remix version, which is my favorite version of that song. And I was like, bruh. I was like, that's it. I was like, okay, it's goated.
Did a lot of them apparently, because there's a lot of Power Glove remixes on there.
Yeah,
I thought you were happy that you saw like Limp Bizkit and Papa Roach on the same album.
No,
that's what you were gonna say.
No, I don't. No, I'm good. True story. I actually got to meet Papa Roach once. They're pretty neat dudes.
I mean, I'm one of those weirdos that like I like Nickelback. You know what I'm saying? Like Papa Roach, Limp Bizkit. Like I'm like, you know what it is? It's not even me trying to be like, nah. Everyone, I like shit that's like, it's spoon fed to me music wise. You know, I'm not hearing music theory. I'm just like, oh yeah, I know the lyrics.
Oh yeah. No, well, and I saw somebody was Darcy said like the people that they crossed out the American Idiot. The thing is, I had a feeling American Idiot was gonna be the song. I had a feeling it was gonna be what the Green Day song was, but I was like, nah, we'll just wait and see. And then when I started hearing the opening notes, I was like, yep.
Yeah, and it makes sense too, though. Given the story.
Well, because by and large, the base Devil May Cry games largely, not to say they're not political in some fashion. I mean, I think everything has politics to it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But I think the core games don't really, dig very deep into politics. DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot, actually did. Because they even had a like a thing where ever so often there was, I forget the name of the character, but it was like this political pundit that would pop in every now and again and would be like spewing like propaganda and shit. And like, you know how like, remember in They Live, how there were all these like hidden messages. You had to have the sunglasses on to see the real message. There was a lot of that in that game as well. Like, honestly, man, I know a lot of people who didn't like that game at first who've gone back and played it like with kind of a more fresh lens and have kind of been like, oh yeah, this game actually was kind of like spitting. It was like kind of like you know, low key spitting on some shit that like was kind of popping off now. But yeah, no, all it took was 2 Power Glove. I mean, yeah, I know that Power Glove remixed some of the other songs, but Power Glove and Gunship always slap. So that was that automatically, that was 2 stars. It got the anime got bumped up 2 stars just on that.
Very nice.
But that said, that was what I did appreciate about the show, is that it didn't shy away from politics. It actually was a way more political show than I thought it was going to be. Like,
yeah, I mean that's what the thumbnail's about. Like,
yeah,
I just don't understand why nobody was talking about it. Because I tell you what,
yeah.
they were going hard on old not George Bush,
bro.
They were like, whoa.
I was like, dude, I was like, hey man, dude, like he's dead, like he's down, stop hitting him.
Yeah.
I was like, stop hitting him, he's done,
Kevin Conroy was the vice president. I did hear that.
Yes, that was his last. I think technically that was his, like, because everybody kept saying, so and so was his
last Batman. His last Batman.
Yeah, that was his last Batman
performance period. I think was this.
Yes, where he plays Baines, which was kind of wild to me. Like, and I thought he did a really good job because I'm not used to listening to Kevin Conroy's voice attached to a bad guy. Like, it's not to say he's never played a bad guy, but just like it's not normal. But I thought he did a fantastic job. I thought he did great. I also loved how unabashed he was about taking advantage of the power, being like, oh yeah, the president's just a fucking political puppet. He's like, I got the real power. I'm the one that's actually like making policy and shit, which is kind of funny because, you know, realistically, that's not normally, that's not how it's supposed to be. Vice president.
Well, it's because of the old dude from before. Was it Dick Cheney? Like, that's what people, when we start talking about like the Iraq, people are like, George Bush is kind of an idiot. And this dude, Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, they've been running this shit. That's who's really running it.
Yeah.
But it's complete opposite today.
Oh,
JD Vance, freaking little Cabbage Patch Kid ass, like, is just sitting there like, Trump, you're awesome.
We see that dude every once in a while now. It's like, you remember how, dude, let me ask you just real quick. You remember how when Biden won in 2020 and everybody on the right was like, where's Kamala? She's MIA. She hasn't even, I thought she was supposed to be the vice president.
Right.
Funny how we're not seeing her. And it's like, y'all wear the, I feel like JD Vance is in witness protection. I was like, because I said, I think I saw Kamala more in the first like 4 or 5 months, or really no, in the first like week than I've seen JD Vance in the past couple of months. You know, shit. Actually, now think about it, I have seen Kamala Harris as of now more times than I've seen JD Vance, and that motherfucker ain't in office
they're mad
no
at
more.
JD Vance. Like, I guarantee you, Trump's upset. Like,
oh yeah.
Damn. Why did
no, 100%.
I think it was a trade-off. Like, well, anyways.
Well, it would take us into like a whole other thing. But I'll just say this. Yeah. I thought it was interesting because, I feel like this show was literally everything that I felt Chuds would like rail against it. And well, it's not to say none have talked about it. I really have not seen a lot of backlash on this from the usual suspects, which means one of two things. Either they didn't watch it or they didn't know about it.
Well, I'll be willing to bet. I would be willing to bet all these motherfuckers do is chase algorithm. That's it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what everybody's talking about. So that's what we're gonna talk about. And it's not just about algorithm, like what's trending. It's what does my specific audience, what are they getting mad at right now?
Right.
And let me tell you all something. When you watch this show, if you're you know there's no discerning between the chuds and conservatives and Republicans of George W. Bush and today. But to them, it's different. They look at that and they're making fun of their dads. You know what I mean? They're making fun of like something else. You know, like 9/11 era, Republicans. Well, they're not that anymore.
Right.
So I bet you they see shit like this and they're like, oh, that's not me. Because they have like zero sense of self-awareness.
Oh, no, 100%. Also, I had to put some respect on this. I had to go back and put some respect on this. Hoon Lee is who it was. It was Hoon Lee. I got the names mixed up, but Hoon Lee was the guy who played White Rabbit, and I was like, bruh, let's go. Dude, I love this guy. Please, more stuff. Put him in more stuff.
I get so jealous when I see people that are like normal sized people. You know what I mean? Like if you're like a giant like lumberjack dude, I don't want to I just expect you to have a deep voice. But then you have like a normal looking person, like normal height, normal build, and you like talk like Zeus. I'm like, I want a deep voice. What's going on here?
Well, and the thing is, White Rabbit was on that shit, dude. Okay, first off, let's just talk about the obvious shit.
He was good.
Dude, dude, man. You know, I always hate being that guy. Like, be like, oh no, man, Thanos had some points, man. Killmonger has man, the villain had some points. Like, I hate being that guy, but honestly, it was one of those situations where it's like, it was kind of hard not to agree with this dude, because like when you get to that, once again, you get to that music video episode.
Yeah.
I was like, man, fuck the humans.
All his friends and shit. Yeah.
I was like, bro, fuck them all. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, fuck Lady
like,
too
for a minute. He's talking about like genocide. Like, yeah. Like he's about, you kill my friends, now I'm gonna kill all of your children. Like, really, he kind of went straight Israel.
Oh, no. That's okay. So, okay. All right, let's cook, because that's where I wanted to go. That's exactly where I wanted to fucking go. Let's go. Let's fucking cook this shit. Okay, so there's a scene where Lady has the demons at gunpoint. She got the demons at gunpoint. So the whole conversation, she's like, all right, I got y'all motherfuckers. All right, now what y'all gonna do now? Y'all just gonna try and kill me? Y'all demons, y'all ain't shit. And the demon's like, yo, cool. We only out here, baby, because back home is fucked up. Man, we can't breathe.
You can't even breathe there. Yeah.
It's like, man, my baby can't breathe. I can't breathe. Wife can't. We got to mask up. And this thing, they all but said it. Where they came from. Like they didn't like actually like say it out loud, but they were basically like, we're in an open air prison. When we were in the hell dimension, that was an open air fucking prison. And talking about all like the fucking wars and shit that were going on, all the fucking like demon lords and shit fucking fighting each other and shit, them just all getting caught up in shit. They wanted to go like, hey man, look man, we got to get up out of here. We got to get out. We got to immigrate out. We got to figure out some kind of a better way. Actually, I want to, and we'll probably get dinged for it. I don't give a fuck, but because I'm just kind of in that mood right now. But I just want to just as a refresher. Yeah, just as a refresher, just so maybe get y'all, you to remember a little bit. But I'm gonna pull this up, and here I'm gonna put this over here. There we go. All right, let's go. Y'all should be able to hear it. Here we go. Bam. Yeah, play.
We want nothing from you. Just leave, please.
Your friend slaughtered my team.
You think we're with them?
She's a sapien. Of course she thinks all demons are the same. If you're not with the White Rabbit's gang, why are you here?
We needed a way out. He had one.
A way out of where? Makai. You call it the demon realm, or hell, but it's not
Open air
hell.
prison.
It's worse. A desolate place barely suited for life.
Ooh,
That
sounds
was
like
before
Gaza.
The warlords ravaged what few resources we had, and turned the atmosphere toxic. Only the strongest Makaians can stand to breathe it. For those like us,
The air itself is poison. Children rarely survive their first year. We
Man,
couldn't
sound
accept
familiar?
that fate.
Weak-ass sob story. And it doesn't explain how the overgrown rodent got you into our realm.
With a device that he built. He showed up with it a year ago.
Weak ass
offering
sob story.
passage to this
God
world for
damn.
anyone who wanted.
Man, dude, that's what I'm
Dozens of families
saying.
like us came.
we did it so our children could live. And live in a better world.
Come on now.
Then we realized there is no better world for us. Sapiens hate and fear our kind. We'll never be able to mix openly amongst you.
We have no
Yeah.
choice but to stay here in hiding, doing whatever that lunatic tells us, and turning a blind eye to his...
To his what?
Why did it make you
Children
roll your
who are
eyes, Toku guy?
orphans, He does tests on them. Experiments.
Out of
All we're
curiosity.
trying to do is survive.
I'm curious too.
Like you.
So, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing right here. So,
Yeah. It's very like Gaza, but you could also tell they're keeping it open enough to where it could be like any war-torn place that we're the ones who fucked up and they're just trying to like escape that. You know what I mean? When you start looking at like Venezuela and shit, it's like,
right.
like we did that. And we
Yes.
continue to do that to this day. And
the CIA did it.
yeah,
It's the
exactly.
CIA's fault. Dude, that was Baines. That was
Well,
him.
think about it. Think about it. I would not be surprised unless there's something I missed, right? Because I'm not gonna lie. There was sometimes during my watch that I was in the perfect position on the couch. I had to like do a couple rewinds and a little bit because I was down.
Oh man, this dude.
Not
this
because it was
dude.
boring, just because it was just like, perfect temperature. Anyways, and it's like I wouldn't be surprised if we find out, especially since this is its own canon, if we
Mhm.
find out that the humans are the ones who created that, made it that way. Like
Mhm.
they did something to where that now it's destroyed like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the way that they did it, the message of immigration, the message of escaping, either totalitarian rule, dictatorship, whatever the fuck, just fucked up conditions, all of that. I feel like the show had something to say, and I think it said it very well. It's not the place I would have expected to see it, if I'm being honest. But I feel like it did a really good job of getting this point across, and also at the same time, you kind of see a little bit, and I don't know if this was intentional. But because by the time you get to White Rabbit and the whole like, why he's doing what he's doing, that he's doing what he's doing because he's witnessed the genocide of his fellow demons.
Mhm.
Even though technically he is himself a normal person, but he's a person who's like he sympathizes with and acts as an accomplice, not an ally. He acts as an accomplice for the most part. But he does do some weird shit too. It's that whole oppressed become the oppressor.
Mhm.
But
I sent you a poster. They just released the season 2 poster out there.
oh shit, let's go. Let me see that. Ooh, let's go.
They said, all right.
Bet.
It made enough money.
Wait. Enough people watched.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm here for it. I think this is great. Because look, hate on it if you want. But the thing is, I don't really have any beef with this with the show on really any major level. I mean, I will say this: if there's any one thing I could probably say I was not too terribly crazy about, I do feel like there were some points in the show where it did kind of like, because I kind of see what you were talking about, like, you know, I had it on while I was drawing, so it was really easy for me to kind of keep up with it. But there are some parts where I was kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
There were some set piece moments that didn't hit for me maybe quite the way maybe they probably were intended to hit. But I still got jiggy with it.
Yeah. Somebody said something interesting up earlier in the chat that I think, going back to what you were saying about,
yeah.
the Chuds aren't mad, right? So we know that we know that this is a critique on, actually more on the nose critique than probably even the video games, according to what you were saying.
Right.
Of American imperialism and shit like that, and how we look at people who are only looking for a better life, and that not overgeneralizing, et cetera, et cetera. But there's something else here that I think that we don't see, that the Chuds are that okay, there's nothing here to get mad at.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
Who's race been?
I think was it Lucia?
Whoever it was, it's not anybody major. You know what I mean? And so that's why it's like, okay, good.
With Lucia, it was kind of a reverse. It was like a reverse, because I think normally she was like dark skinned.
See?
Yeah, so you can't really get mad about like I will say this. No. I lied. There is one thing about the I thought that oh my god, what was that motherfucker's name? The one black character that was around for a nice little chunk. That character, like, and to be fair, I liked his reasonings, because he kind of pulled a little bit of a little bit of a daredevil. He pulled a little bit of a daredevil, like that episode where old boy was talking about how, like, oh man, it costs y'all more to to jail me than it does to feed me, but y'all just gonna put me in jail. That type of thing. They kind of pulled something kind of similar when he was talking about how, like, oh, well, I sided with the demons because, they were going to come after my family. He's like, well, they're going to take over the whole world. He's like, dude, my life already is hell. He's like, yeah, my world already is hell. Them taking over, hell taking over is not going to change, my, whatever my current state, my material conditions, basically.
Right.
So like, I thought that was cool, but I will say, I thought his voice acting was a little over the top. His voice acting was just a little bit, it was like, and to be fair, it was a whole brother doing it. So, I mean, it's not like if they were like, but I feel like they kind of churched up his dialect a little bit, maybe a little more than they probably should have. I was like, okay, all right, calm down.
Vex Electronica has another good point. So not only are, we didn't make them have to watch too many black or brown people. Here's something else. You actually got to watch it if you want to try to have something to complain about. You know what I mean?
That's
you can't just
true.
take a screen grab and like, hey, look. Person who's usually white is now not white. Are we all mad? You know what I mean?
Angry.
Right. If you want to complain about something, you got to watch it, homie.
You honestly, Vex, you're 100% right, because also, by the way, thank you for
welcome.
You getting involved in the chat.
You not only do you have to watch it, even if you watch it, these motherfuckers are too stupid to like not even know when they're being yelled at. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
It's a like man, and honestly, it makes a whole lot of sense, because to be fair, so the clip that I played where they were talking about the whole immigration angle, that shit's from episode like 4 or maybe 5. So, like, it's an 8 episode.
Way before that.
Yeah, they're not watching by that point. And to be fair, the whole thing with old boy and his family and working for White Rabbit, that actually comes up a lot sooner, but that's still like a good, like, I think 3 or 4 episodes in. So yeah, you know, they're not really gonna fuck with the show on you know, on that major of a level. And let's be real. A lot of these folks don't actually play games. They don't actually engage with any of this shit on any level. So that's another strike. That's another strike against them.
Right.
That's another strike against them. So yeah, I just think it's interesting because it kind of reminds me of, not for the exact same reasons, it reminds me of the X-Men 97 discourse. Because you remember when X-Men 97 was about to pop off, like leading up to it,
they tried.
They tried. They actually tried. I didn't really hear any of them talking about this shit leading up to its release. They were all pretty quiet about it. And honestly, it makes me wonder if they even thought that it was, because a lot, you know how it is a lot of times. They'll you know, something's going to come out. If they don't talk about it, it's either because it's not something that is on their radar, or they just assume no one's going to give a shit about it. Or maybe they just assume, because, you know, let's be real. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, shit on any DMC fans, but the Venn diagram of people who would probably listen to a right-wing chud, like, you know, hyper-conservative MAGA type of political talking head, and the people that would play DMC, it's not a circle, but there is some overlap. There is some overlap in that.
Why do you think that is?
Well, no, just because it's one of those like super hyper masculine, like, because I mean, it's
kind of like
girls,
Bayonetta type shit. Like, yeah.
Girl, like, well, and that's the fucked up part about it. That's the fucked up part about it, is that with DMC, it's not to say that, oh, DMC shits on women, or that, like, it's one of those types of games. It's like, yeah, man, fuck the woke. like how they tried to do, where I think, what was it, one of the lead devs on Warhammer Space Marine 2 did, where it's, oh, yeah, we're going to lean into this anti-woke stuff. No. The game doesn't do that. But because of the fact that the games don't really...
South of Midnight. Man, that's another game I freaking installed. Go ahead, sorry.
Yo, this guy.
No, because they said the anti-woke crowd's busy talking about complaining about South of Midnight.
Yes.
Again, like, how dare black people be on your video games?
Right.
How dare they?
They're going to cry DEI. However, it's not a... like, okay, it's like I'm just so over it. I just my thing is, I think that they recognized, hey, let's not shit where we eat, because we already kind of know our fan base. They love this, like, we're always talking about this hyper masculine shit. Yes. Cause that dude, Dante literally oozes height, like not to say that he's like a chud or nothing, but I mean, he is a hyper masculine style character. He's super cool. He's a badass. He has the sword. He has the 2 guns. He's got the red leather jacket. He's always got cool one-liners and shit. Right. He's like that guy. He's the guy that, okay, so like when you see those dudes at like Comic-Con, you know, or like, and I'm not trying to like, you know, shame or anybody, but like you see those guys that just very obviously don't look like cool people. Like you said, a guy that's probably like 5'2", probably like 350 or whatever, got the neck beard, pimples all over his face. When he sits down to make his D&D character, or he sits down to make his custom character in a video game, this is the character he's probably gonna make, because that's who he wants to be. That's who he sees himself as. That's his self-image.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked because my character's always like I'm never. You think you look at me like, oh, you probably be like a barbarian or some shit, right? I'm like, nah. I'm like this like athletic ninja rogue, does backflips and triple backflips and shit. You're like, you're big ass. You would carry bigger character like that.
Hey, look, I can't say anything because I usually make female characters, so I can't even say shit. So we'll just leave that at that. But
that's fair.
Yes, it just and here's the thing, and I want people to understand this. Has nothing to do with anything like how I self-visualize myself or whatever. It has like everything more to do with what type of game I'm playing, and if it's a game where like I can actually see the character.
Don't do that. You're gonna do it.
I'm sorry. This is what it is. Hey, look, I'm like, hey, like I'd rather look at it. It's not like oh no, I can't look at a man's ass for like 85 to 20 hours because I've totally done that. But
I think like female ninjas are badass.
no, I do
like
too.
that shit. Every time I do like ninja shit, because that's why I like a blue samurai and fucking them up like that.
Oh yeah, Blue Eye Samurai. Yeah. No, well, and okay, so and that's also kind of my thing. I actually am way more interested in watching or reading or playing a story where there's a badass warrior woman than I am anything with like a badass warrior dude. I was like, I've seen my fair share of warrior
unexpected
dudes.
You know what I mean? Like, there's you know how like in Marvel Rivals in the beginning, like they'll like do like this back and forth talking and shit. There's one where Luna, I think it's Luna
Snow,
maybe it's Penny. Yeah, Luna Snow or Penny's talking to Magic, and they're like,
oh yeah,
I'm tired of them underestimating us just because we're pretty and we're girls. And then Magic's like, is Magic, and she's like, well, let's make sure that's the last mistake they make. And I'm like, oh,
I was like, I love that shit. That's my shit.
Yes.
Like I like look, I'm a guy who grew up watching Xena Warrior Princess, okay?
Oh, is it Dagger? Okay, bad.
Oh, yeah. Like I grew up watching Xena Warrior Princess. Like when it came down to it, and even before I knew anything about Kevin Sorbo's like extracurricular activities, I always liked Xena more than I liked Hercules, or whatever the fuck the subtitle was.
I don't know what, yeah.
It just what like I like
Sonya over Conan.
Yeah, I like badass warrior woman. I'm sorry.
I do like Conan. Like Conan, I like that. I like the comics is dope. But Red Sonja is just so much like I don't know what it is.
I would rather do that. I would rather have that in front of me than the other thing. But all that to be said, yes, it's that level of cool factor. These guys know their audience eats that shit up. So they're not going to shit where they eat and talk about it. It's the same thing because even remember when we looked at that one video of the motherfucker that was eating the butter, Melanie Mack. When she actually tried, like it was almost like you remember that shit where like in Braveheart where Mel Gibson's like hold it, like that's how I imagine it working. You got fucking Braveheart up here trying to tell we'll imagine it's the quartering. He's like hold don't wait and everybody's like holding their arrows and like they got them aimed at X-Men 97 and they're like wait a minute, this shit ain't working, hold and Melanie Mack's dumbass comes run out. I think the show is woke and stupid and not good. And then she got her shit cooked, like where even her own fans were cooking her shit. And I was like, dude,
well, they blotted out the sun with my arrows.
Dude, let me tell you something. The second she did that, I can just imagine the quartering right now just be like,
yeah.
No, don't say no. Don't save her.
See,
she won't learn.
It's not that. Although those are pretty great.
What's that?
I've never been shy. See, Rouse says, Red Sonja, it's the anime titties. Look, you've been watching enough to know I don't shy away from just how much I love titties.
No,
like,
we don't.
And anybody like, yeah, no shit. Like, no. It's like borderline a problem. Okay.
Look.
But Conan has them too. And in every episode, because he's smashing, you know what I mean? So like, it's not that I can get titties anywhere. Her character does have titties, and they are amazing. But if you've never read Gail Simone's Red Sonja,
bruh,
you're fucking up. She is so fucking badass.
It's and here's the thing, and I want to make sure I'm clear when just to co-sign this. It has like okay, if the woman in question is like a baddie, to me, that's a bonus. I don't really care if
I am a dude. I am a straight dude, so that's gonna be a plus.
Right. It's definitely it enhances the situation. Don't get me fucking wrong. It enhances the situation. But
I am the male in male gaze. I'm sorry.
Right. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try to pretend like I'm some holier than thou. Like, oh no,
right.
we don't I never look at women.
Right.
Yes, no, I look at them.
I do find
I'm just respectful
like
when I do it.
gratuitous objectivity like corny. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like I find it, I'm
yes.
like, okay, like who fucks me up sometimes is My Hero Academia and a lot of anime. Where I'm like, ooh, man, she's a baddie, man. Like that one that was like a kind of like a, I think she's like kind of like a, she almost seems like a rabbit in My Hero. That's a baddie.
Oh, it's about
right?
Mirko?
But then, yes, Mirko.
Yeah.
Love her,
Yeah.
right? But then some of the characters are like, dude, she's like all titties, and then every time she like punches, she sounds like she's having an orgasm. I'm like, who are you writing this for? Like 12-year-olds? Like,
I will admit.
Anyways,
I had that same disconnect with My Hero Academia. The character Momo, the one that like
invisible.
The
one who go invisible, the one who
one that like was like creating something. She'd pull. Yeah, and she'd pull the shit like it always came out of the titties, and I was like, okay,
Right.
I was like, all right,
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right, like it's that
That's
moment
not male gaze. That's puberty gaze.
Yeah, that's puberty gaze. That's I've never seen titties before. Gaze is what that is.
Right.
And for me, like that's actually the one thing about like when you talk about like sacred cows of anime, that's one of the ones I'm like, bruh. Can we please stop?
Yes.
Like, because, and I want to make this clear when I say this. A lot of the times when they do that shit, these characters are teenagers. Like, young teenagers. I can't get,
no, it's
like
okay
I'm sorry.
because like actually they're like 200 years old because they're
oh, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay that they look
no, you're right.
9.
You're right. It just, I don't like, I don't like when they do it like that because it's okay. I'm gonna lay some cards on the table. I'm gonna tell them myself. One of my favorite things about anime of yesteryear was the just random and gratuitous violence and nudity. I actually find that stuff funny. Like not titillating. I find it funny.
Chop your head off in a giant fountain of blood that no way you have that much blood in your body.
Right. Like, I remember watching shit like Wicked City and Ninja Scroll as a kid. And my mind just like, look, I want to paint a picture for y'all, okay? I'm watching Ninja Scroll with my fucking mother. And all of a sudden, this ninja lady laying on the ground, this rock dude just grabs her by the leg and just starts like, and all of a sudden, like, looks down, has her leg like, where it's like, he's holding one leg, another leg's like all over that way, and he just looks down and is just like,
oh no.
And then she's all like, and like, that shit was fucking hilarious to me. Cause I was like, first off, for one, sexual assault. For two, I'm watching this with my mother.
Your mom's like, what the fuck is on TV right now? You should watch what's that one? What's it called? Berserk.
Oh no.
Watch Berserk with her.
Oh no, because she also watched Wicked City with me as well. Where old boy is piping out the girl, and they're having post coital snuggles, and like she like wraps her arms around him, and you notice that the arms are not human arms anymore. They're like spider arms or like spider legs, and all of a sudden she's all like,
that made me itchy.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a part where they zoom in on this black, like the camera cuts away. There's this black space, and all of a sudden you see like this slit open up and a bunch of like teeth, and it goes like that. You know what it is. You know what that slit is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. You see that Black Mirror episode where the dude is like with like the love of his life, and they like every day they kind of like reset, and they have like great awesome. There's like you can tell.
Yeah.
I don't say they don't get gratuitous about it, but they're having great sex and all this stuff. And then it turns out it was like a giant spider alien monster like that was controlling him. I'd be like, put me back in the Matrix, bro.
Yeah. Look, let
Put
me
me back in the Matrix. I don't give a fuck. I'm dead anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a wrap. Just put
I'm
me
dead
back.
anyway. Like,
Just put me back.
As I waste away, let me just have the craziest wet dream as I die.
Right? I mean, look, there's I don't need to know the truth, okay?
Yeah.
You know what?
No.
I am Joe Pantoliano in the Matrix.
Yes.
It's
yes.
like what I'm saying is like I know this
I know
is
this
a thing. Yeah, it's like I know it. And I'm not gonna hold y'all for as much as I talk about revolution and like, yeah, man, fuck the system, man, down with the
I'm
look,
gonna
let me
be
tell you.
real mad when the Wi-Fi goes.
Man, look, I'm gonna be that motherfucker that sit there like, yeah.
Was
Agent
it Omega
Smith.
Cerebro? It might be that. It might be that. Love
Was that?
aliens and robots. Go ahead.
Oh,
I think it was Love Aliens and Robots.
Oh,
Which, by the way,
dude, let me tell you
that
something.
fucking like Indian water spirit girl thing that was dancing when they met the Spaniards. I don't know how many times I watched that motherfucker, and I would pause it, and I would I'd slow, and I'm like, that's not real. Dude, we were talking about this in the chat, right? Man, that next level, I'm like, no, we've peaked.
Yeah,
We've peaked. That shit looks real.
Is it real? Is
I'm
it
like,
real?
oh, is it real people? And then they just like CGI stuff on top of them, like when you see Robert Downey Jr.'s face when he, in the Iron Man, that's really his face. It's not no, the whole CGI. I'm like, oh,
see, it's like,
I
oh
can't.
shit.
Yeah.
Nah, it's over. It's a wrap.
No, but I'm with you. Like with the revolution, we win, right? We win.
Oh yeah.
We're burying our fallen. Socialism is here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you remember, oh shit, we haven't turned the Wi-Fi back on. I'm gonna be mad as fuck.
Dude, look, let me tell you, let me keep it a buck with y'all. I cannot live like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, first off, it's bad enough there's no Wi-Fi, but now you're telling me I gotta eat slop? Nah, man, put me in the Matrix.
As soon as we win, I'm going to Canada.
Look, I'll be like, I choose the Matrix, okay?
Yeah.
I choose the Matrix, goddamn it. Look, hey, because first off, if you wake me up and I see all them fucking holes in me, it's a wrap. You've already lost me. Like the revolution, the revolution, the resistance, whatever, you have lost me. If you wake my black ass up and I'm in that fucking little cocoon shit with fucking cables and shit going down my throat, got fucking shit, I'm like, Wait, what was it? I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, so this might be lost on you. There's a movie called The Hunt. And there's a part where this woman gets blown up. It's in the Good Place.
The Hunt.
It was that movie that
Is it
came
the one
out
where like rich people go hunt people.
Yes. It was the one that came out during COVID that kind of fell under everybody's radar. But there's a part where like this right-wing woman gets blown up and she's like, kill me. And the dude's like, no, we can save you. And she's like, man, give me that goddamn gun, you snowflake.
Yeah.
And just, that's me. That's me.
Look.
Like y'all be like, no. We're fighting the robots. We can win.
When Neo woke up and he's pulled that shit out of his mouth and he looks around him and sees like the fucking giant. First of all, eyes fucked me up. Okay.
Yes.
So as soon as oh shit, I'll be squeezing the side of it. Like what the fuck? And then I'm going down the water slide thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I see Morpheus,
oh, it's a wrap.
I'm slapping the fuck out of him.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
I'm picking up something heavy. It's gonna be blood everywhere. Cause I'm like, you had me in that motherfucking office, and you kept talking around in these fucking parables and poems, and do you want to wake up? Do you want to stay asleep? You did not tell me this is what it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, do you even have condoms down here? Like, do you have water? Like, what is going on here?
Like, what are we doing?
I seen that rave. Is there a rubber factory I don't know about? Like, what are you guys doing?
Dude, you know what I just thought about? I wonder if they're
soap?
leaving babies in bushes and trash cans and shit.
Probably
They gotta be. Yeah, yeah. It's like, well, because they were doing that shit on Krakoa.
You know? Oh, really? Damn. See, they didn't have a rubber factory.
There was a lot of prom night dumpster babies.
Yeah. See, that shit right there, you know how we talk about how it's a religious allegory as long, you know, as well as with trans identity and stuff, but it's like, no, tell me. This is what it means to have informed consent, right? There's all these types of consent, like enthusiastic consent. Make sure you have enthusiastic consent, right? But there's also informed consent. I gotta know it all. That way I can say for real, yes or no. If you had told me, okay, look, you're plugged into this machine. Machines use you as a battery, which is very inefficient. We're not sure why they do that, but and now we have this like post-apocalyptic world, like there's no real showers or soap, and, you know, it's just weird. It's just fucked up. Can you help us fight?
No. Oh no!
I'm gonna stay here.
Look.
Good luck though.
Look, I'm gonna be like, no. What's this? I'd be grabbing them plugs, be like,
yeah. No, this is before all that. I'm already mad. If I got to that point, he lied to me. He lied. He left some shit out. Lying by omission. That's what it is. Lying by omission. If you got me before the Matrix, when they close up my mouth and shit, and it's like, you don't gotta do all that. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right the fuck here. Okay? And I'm gonna go find that lady in red every day, knowing she's not real.
Dude, every day. Every day. Look, be like, look, y'all say the words white rabbit to me, I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
No, we got to fight now. Because see, now you reminded me. You reminded me that it was the no.
Should be over there smell like a full core bat. But I think about that shit. I think about that shit. I'm always ruining movies like that because my wife, man-eater, loves period pieces, right? And I'm always like, speaking of period pieces, there's no wash out there like that. So at least you already stink. Right? Everyone stinks. But now once a month, you're smelling like 2 full court games of basketball.
Wait. Why Trinity over here smelling like Anjanae after she'd have just like hooped motherfuckers like out the bottle? Like, dude, nah, stop.
Yeah.
Ooh, she be running too.
Oh, I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, she be running, jumping in buildings.
100 biddies. Neo must have smelled great being in the tank of swamp strawberry.
Man, what? Hey,
you know,
dude, that shit did actually, like, I'm not gonna hold you. That shit did look like it smelled good. I bet it did. It probably.
I guarantee you. Because think about it. Smell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smell comes from bacteria growth in the warm, wet spots of your body, right? That's what that stuff is, right? If they are feeding you everything that you need to be fed, and you're sitting in this sterile environment because they want to keep you healthy long, I bet you that's the best smelling person they've ever come across in their life.
Oh yeah, dude, fresh.
Yeah,
fresh as a baby's bottom.
You say I think about that when I watch westerns. I think about that shit when I watch movies about Rome.
Oh,
and then they go shit in those things. And they use the sponge on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? That sponge on a stick. You didn't have your own sponge on a stick.
Nope.
That was a public sponge on a stick. Or other people dip it into this bucket, wipe their ass with it when they're done shitting, and hang it back up. And the next person takes that shit stick, dips in a bucket, and they wipe their ass with it. I don't know how we overpopulated this goddamn earth. I don't know. And worse, it was the Europeans,
bro,
who fucking fucked up everybody else. Everybody else. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because everybody else in the world was making medicine and knew how to wash their ass. You know what I mean? All that shit.
Bro.
But Europeans are like,
nah.
Let's how do we kill people faster? I'm like,
dude,
sir, do you wanna I have an invention for soap. I don't know what this fucking soap thing is, but I just asked you, how do you kill people faster?
I need a ballista. I need a ballista. I need a catapult. I'll be honest with you, man. You want to talk about some not recent, but like I remember ways back, I went to Greece, and at the time, I don't know if this is still the case or not, but Greece was under water conservation, which meant like they didn't want you flushing the toilet like a whole lot. They didn't, and also they didn't want you flushing
toilet paper.
Yeah, you could not flush toilet paper.
That's still a thing, and that's in their house.
Wow, I see, and see, okay. So also, because there was water conservation, motherfuckers wasn't bathing regularly.
Oh,
I remember standing next to somebody at a crosswalk. That dude smelled. That dude smelled like he had played 20 pickup games to completion. He smelled like he had, I was like, I remember I was like,
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I have an unreasonable level of like anger towards bad smell. Like I don't know how to be like, oh goddamn, somebody stinks. I'm like, who the fuck smells like that? Like, why would you do that?
Like, why'd you do this?
And I'm gonna get canceled here. Nothing will make me racist more quickly than smelling like shit.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
look, and I don't know. It could be one of my people. Oh, I'll be like, oh, Puerto Ricans stink, man. Like you make me so angry. You make me like a racist person. Like, whatever race you happen to be, I'm judging all of your ancestors, all of them.
It's like, nah, Look, nah. Let me tell you something. When motherfuckers come around me stinking, can't do it.
I hate that.
Can't
shit,
do it.
I'll never forget.
Wait, why everybody showing up smelling like barbecue sauce? Why motherfuckers coming up smelling like a sack of potatoes?
Oh, why you smell like red onions? Why?
Onions.
I gotta ask ChatGPT that. I'm like, why is it onions?
Bruh.
Like I'm doing the lawn. Come on, I'm like, I'm gonna smell like onions. That's weird. Smell like Fritos, dog paws. Oh, check this shit out. This is why I say I hate learning shit. So somebody said, did you know that like puppy paws, like dog paws, like sometimes smell like Fritos? Is that for real?
Oh.
And I didn't let them finish. That was my fault. It's my bad. I own this one. I'm like, oh shit. Damn, they smell like fucking Fritos. What the fuck is that about? Oh, it's bacteria buildup between their fucking tummy.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Look, I bet you almost felt.
Oh,
so
man, I was like, oh, what the fuck? God damn it.
I used to work in pet health. I used to work in pet health. That's why I knew that. So whenever somebody be like, ooh, because I actually do remember a woman bringing her dog into the store and be like, ooh, I don't know why. I was like, it's just such a sweet smell. Like he always smells like fruit. And I was like, I told her the same thing you learned, and she was like, oh,
yeah.
Well, now it's not so sweet. I was like, yeah, you need to take this and like. Yeah, like kind of rub your pupper's feet down.
Yeah, Rough Rider, you're not lying. Like now I look at Fritos. Like, wait a minute,
man,
why do Fritos smell like that? Then
bacteria. No,
bacteria.
Wait, real quick, just because this, I do want to kind of run back and grab this because this is actually pretty. This actually is pretty timely, I think, and actually kind of gets us kind of back on track. But we got one here. This is a 5 from Jonathan Cantor. Says Dante, Virgil, and Trish are the only badass characters that no one hates. And you know what? I already agree with the statement. It says Lady and Nero are 50-50 to some. I 1,000% agree with this. Because
now I just wish like if they had just made Dante black.
Oh man,
we could have been happy today. We could have been happy today, and they would have been. You know what?
Oh no,
there's still time. Before, make everybody black. Everybody black.
There's still time. How about this? How about we make Nero Dominican. How about like when we get to like season 2 or 3 or whatever, whenever Nero shows up, instead of him being white, we just make him Dominican. How about that? I'm here for it.
All right, so I need him black though. So Nero's gonna come out a whole Afro Latino, black as fuck.
Yeah.
And then Virgil is gonna show up, and he is like whole ass Hindu, like Punjabi style.
Oh yeah.
They will all commit harikari.
Dude, right there.
I'm telling you right now. Right, done.
It'd be like that Clayton Bigsby episode of a Chappelle show where the one white dude, he's like, huh? He's black. His head just explodes. It's just right there.
Yeah. I thought you meant the end, like, when he found out his wife knew all along, he divorced her.
Yeah.
I can't say the rest, but you know, right? You know how the rest goes.
That's what it would be. That's what it would be. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Speedy Moondust just brought this too. With the $2 super chat says, have you guys seen the first DMC anime from 2007? Yeah, I've seen it. I have not watched it in a while though, so I can't speak a whole lot to it. I was talking to Elite X1 about this, and he reminded me how fucking trash it was. But when I was talking to Cypher the other day about it, he was like, man, I actually kind of like that one. I was like,
you know what? That's what I like about taste, though. Like sometimes it is funny though. It really is. It's like whatever like tickles your interest, and I think that's what's so dope about the nerd community, right? Our community. Yes, we can have fun about it, right? We can talk about Craven, we can talk about Batman Ninja, stuff like that. But it is cool to have like that. And when I say diversity, I mean like real diversity of thought, like just different kinds of shit that are out there. You know what I mean? Like you know, Elite X1's love for not having graphics, like that's his favorite. Like if your game has shit graphics, yeah, I'm like, I'm here, I'm in for it. That's what Elite's like. And I said, you know what, that's good for you. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what, this motherfucker. But one thing I will definitely say, and I agree with Bone Factory on this. This is watch Spartacus on Stars, a bunch of nasty asses. Okay, look, I love Spartacus.
I've had my thoughts on that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, look, I love Spartacus. Unapologetically, I love that show. Is it gratuitous? Yes. Do I think about all the nasty gonorrhea and crotch rot and nasty?
I think that's one of the shows that did that, like shit sponge thing.
Yeah, they did. Yes. I distinctly remember that. I do distinctly remember that. And here's the thing. I'm not hating on y'all know me. Y'all know me. Even if I don't like something, I don't mind. I'm not gonna be mad at other people for liking it. I'm not gonna be mad at other people for liking that shit. Cause at the end of the day, I know for a fact I like some shit that other people don't. Like I know for a fact.
Sometimes Blerd will hit you with that if you like it, I love it thing. You're like, I know what you're saying right now. I know what the fuck. I know. I speak. Come on.
You know. Well, now
you know what? I am real happy you like that shit ass garbage. I'm glad somebody does.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, I will also be the first one to admit that when I like something that I know other people find questionable, I'll be the first one to be like, I get why people don't. I'll be the first one to say it. I'll be like, you know what? I like this, but you know what? It's kind of what was it last week? Last week we were talking about Hell House LLC. And I was like, you know what? I really like the second one, but I get why people don't. I was like, I totally like you will never see me sit here and be like, man, I don't understand why people don't like the second Hell House. I totally fucking get it. Cause it is tonally very fucking different from the first movie. Like so tonally different that if you if I would have watched it the first time, not knowing what it was, the last thing I would have accused it of is being a sequel to Hell House LLC. That's the last fucking thing I'd accuse it of. And I will also say, that when it comes to certain genres of things.
Yes, Seattle.
There's a yeah. When it comes to certain genres of things, there's some things I'm just more willing to like. There's some shit that you could do in the horror genre that most people would find completely fucking stupid that I would fucking giggle my ass off at.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was done anywhere else, I would be like, no.
I think my problem with certain movies and tastes and shit is like I'm very inflexible with my expectations. So when I saw, for instance, The Blackening and some of the scenes in the trailer made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I knew not to go in there expecting some like Bram Stoker's fucking serious shit.
Right.
And so, but if it was sold like this is some fucking dark ass crazy Hereditary shit, then the laughing and the goofiness would piss me off.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? That's how I am.
Well, I think that was something that I know you and I think maybe I had talked with Maneater about this one time, about the movie Abigail. Like, because I think when I was talking to Maneater about it, I think she said something kind of to the tune that like when she saw like the trailers for it, none of them were like, it wasn't any of the ones where it was like
silly,
but I had seen the ones where it was.
Got it.
So like I kind of went into it knowing this is not a serious movie. But she went into it thinking it was going to be a serious movie.
I think the sequel's going to be little bit more serious, though. Having her aged up and shit.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to be goofy on that one.
I mean, honestly, I say fuck it. Like okay. So, like, I think because we talked about this last week with Megan. Like, I was like, dude, the sequel is a fucking action movie.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Did you ever get to see Companion, by the way?
Yeah. I watched it. Man, dude, I think I watched it. Man, like whenever it first hit VOD, I think. But
that's pretty good.
But
out of all like the AI stuff, I was like, this really does make you ask some questions, like some ethical shit.
So okay, it's funny you said that because there actually have been quite a few AI centric horror movies that have come out recently.
Mm-hmm.
Not just Megan, but like there was the one. What was it? Afraid
with the house.
Yeah, there was that one. I forgot about that one. There was another one that came out.
Afraid, the one that had the AI in the title, that was the one with the house, right?
Yeah, that was the one with the house.
Yeah.
But there was another one I think just came out that I don't know if it was a movie or a TV show, but it had like but it kind of had a similar component. There was the other one that I think had Megan Fox in it. I think it was called Subvergence or something like that. It was something along those lines, but it was where she played like like
she was an android type thing.
Yeah, she was an android, and I think like I forget the whole entire premise of it, but like basically there have been a lot of movies that have been like, hey, we have something to say about artificial intelligence, but I think Companion is my favorite one thus far. Like just
it's because it intelligently doesn't just, it's not one dimensional. It does ask you about robots. It does ask you about, sentience, but then it throws in fucking feminism shit. Like, oh, look what dudes would do to their robots. And then you find out. And what's funny is Maneater said that. She goes, oh, I bet you these robots are getting fucked up. And then they confirm it later. It's like, oh yeah, we don't give a fuck about these robots because dudes take them out and fucking set them on fire and shit. Like, I'm like, wow, this is fucking like they do to real women every day.
There was a lot of commentary.
I love that movie.
I do agree with Elite X1. That the one with Megan Fox, it was safe. I do remember that much.
Yeah.
I also think Afraid was also really safe. It didn't. Yeah, it was. It was. Like I liked it. I didn't hate it. But
okay. Yeah. Afraid. So Megan was the one I was thinking about. Because they had to go. But Afraid is the other one that they had to go try to destroy the CPU, the central part, and then you find out at the very end
or at the company
they didn't
or whatever.
kill it. which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The movie was mid,
Mhm.
but
He used it
that's a
correctly.
throwback.
He used it correctly.
Yeah, because it was okay. It was, but I
Right.
did like the ending. I like endings that make you think a little bit more than what they just show you, and it's like because technology, you're never
Yeah.
it's gonna fucking you're never gonna be able to beat it. You know what I mean?
The only bad thing I'll say about it, like
Mhm.
legitimately bad thing I'll say about it, not to do with like the messaging,
Sure.
I'll say this much. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it because it's still relatively recent. But like the identity of who was like coming after them was way too fucking, like, it was obvious to me. I don't know if it was obvious, but it was way too
Sure,
fucking obvious
sure.
to me. That like that
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I was
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
like, y'all tipped your hand. Like I was like, honestly,
I don't remember if I called it or not. I
It-
don't
it-
remember if I called it. Yeah.
I won't even say that I called it, but like when it was revealed, I was like, this is.
Okay. I feel you.
I was like, yeah, this is. I was like, there's no surprise here. It reminded me of Scream 6 when you find out who Ghostface is in Scream 6. You're like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like
What's another
really,
one?
really.
What did we just watch? Wild People or it's a family. It starts off with a family who goes camping and then they run into these like
Was it
hillbilly
Lowlifes?
types, low lifes. Did you
That's
see
on
that
my
twist
list to
coming?
watch. I haven't watched it yet. It's
Okay,
on my
okay.
it's on my list to watch. But like that, no, I've been meaning
Low
to get
Lives
to
is
that
good.
one.
Low
Yeah.
Lives is pretty good actually.
I'll you know what? Depending on what's
We
going
watched
on
that
tonight,
last
I might
night.
watch that tonight. I actually might watch that tonight. I was gonna, because I wanted to answer this earlier because someone brought up Clash of the Titans, the remake, and Chappie. Both
love
movies I unironically like, but I will
Yeah.
say I have glaring issues with both of them.
Oh, what? There's people who don't like Chappie?
I've heard that.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. I
Everybody
like.
does.
Okay, so I'll put it like this. I remember when Chappie first came out. I heard a lot of people talking shit about that movie. I didn't watch it till way later, so like all the discourse around it was not in my head. But I will say, when I finished watching the movie, I had some of the same issues I heard other people
Like what?
had about it. Like, so really, the really main and only one I had was the Antword or whatever the fuck they're called. The fucking
Diane, yeah.
I didn't like. I actually did find them.
Annoying.
I actually did find them very distracting because their
Okay,
acting
got
was
it.
so terrible.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like
I can see that.
the chick, she was okay. Like she was better than the dude, but not by much. But honestly, with the benefit of hindsight, the way I just chose to accept them, and the reason why I can watch it over and over again without getting really too bothered by them is that I'm like, you know what? They're basically just regular ass fucking people. Yeah, they're not thespians. So they are kind of in a roundabout way acting like normal people. Yeah, as normal as two crazy motherfuckers like them could potentially be. Let's put be
And
clear.
South African guy told me it's pronounced Deanford.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
I'm never
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
that. No.
I'll put it like this:
it's not.
they can kiss my ass, is what they can
Yeah.
die kiss my ass because
Yeah.
because from what I understand,
aren't they fucking for like Nazis and shit? Like,
yeah, kind of on the slick, yeah,
Yeah.
so fuck those dudes.
and being that they're from South Africa, that makes a lot of sense.
It's
I hope I'm mispronouncing it.
Yeah, no, I 100% hope so. I'm like, yeah, fuck those dudes. We also got another 100 biddies from Inquisitive Monk. Says more than once in Spartacus they peed in a man's breakfast and he couldn't even tell. That's how nasty they live. I actually, dude, okay, man.
Oh,
That is the
Supreme Court
one
rules.
bad
Okay.
thing about Spartacus. Like the thing that I always have difficulty with whenever I go back and because I do go back and rewatch it ever so often. The one thing, all the fucking sex they were having on that show, every time I was like, chlamydia, gonorrhea, crabs. Like just every time someone would have sex, I'd be like, yep, you got it. Yep, you got it. I was like, it ain't none but, I was like, dude, there are strains of venereal diseases that were so strong that they just vaporized themselves inside of everybody, and they just started over with some new petri dish shit. That's how fucked up that shit was.
Oh, realistically, they were like, I feel like they were having less sex with each other, and it was really the little boys that were getting all the STDs. So,
Well,
Wasn't that
yeah,
bad.
most likely. Well, I mean, yeah, because they were just
It's so
like,
fucked up.
honestly, we're being honest, keeping it a buck. All the gladiators and because some of the gladiators were banging each other. They were just ping ponging that shit. They were just like, all right, you got it now.
yeah.
Oh,
And as long as
now I
that
got
batch of gladiators, as long as that batch of gladiators was clean,
yeah,
it's not like it pops out of out of nowhere. But
yeah.
they're just over there just fucking plugging each other, and like as long as everybody's clean.
Well, yeah,
that's
it's
the
like
safest spot.
it was like they were playing tag with it. Like, oh, you're it now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not it. I was it last time.
My germs.
Yeah, right. Also, shout out to Bone Factory with the 8 months. Appreciate it.
8 months.
That was actually I saw it earlier. That's what actually kind of got me talking about it. Also, shout out to RX 327 out here. Just because the Blerd, longtime listener, first time caller. What do you love what you do? Thanks for what you do. Appreciate you. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you back. Because shit. Yeah, y'all keep this motherfucker running. So yeah, that ain't even that's not even hyperbole at this point.
So fuck me, right? So fuck me. You're gonna come into this show with two motherfuckers on the screen, two big ass fucking squares. You can't miss me and my big ass head. And you're gonna go to the fucking chat and you're gonna say one person and say, Blerd, hey, by the way, you could DM a motherfucker, you can email him, but I'm gonna go on chat. I'm gonna go in the chat and say, Blerd, hey, you, not you. Hey, thank you for what you do, bro.
You just got a taste of what
bitch.
See, no. See that's your indoctrination into the into the Blerd Without Fear extended family, because that is some shit Carter gets all the time.
Damn.
We'll
That's rude.
We'll be reading questions like, hey, what's up, Blerd? Like, hope you're having a great day. Dude, Carter just be sitting there just like, oh, so I ain't here. Okay. Yeah.
That's like RX 327.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, like you missed me. Like, oh shit. Hey, oh goddamn. What's up? What's good?
He's
What's
like,
going
oh
on,
shit,
man?
that's you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right here. Shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we just unintentionally had like a Trey Rags skit play out in real time. But no, I'll just say this, just to kind of to put us back on, just for a briefest of moments. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Look, at the end of the day, you love it or hate it. You love it or hate it. Whether you're like a diehard fan of Devil May Cry or whatever, whether you're like a diehard hater of Devil May Cry, like honestly, I kind of feel like, just like with Castlevania, I feel like this is one of those shows that it really kind of transcends what your familiarity is with the property. Like, I know a lot of people who love Castlevania, the anime, but have never played a fucking game of it. I know motherfuckers who watch that shit and don't know it is based on a video game. But they fucking love that shit. Same thing goes for Arcane. I know motherfuckers who couldn't spell League of Legends, but fucking eat Arcane up like it is an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Which makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. You could even throw in the MCU on that.
Oh,
you know what I mean? There's tons of people who eat, live, bleed MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask them to read a comic book, they'll be like, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
But they love the MCU. Yeah, it's all about the medium. It makes sense.
So, I mean, I think that Devil May Cry did the best it could with what it had. I don't think it's perfect, but I enjoyed the shit out of it. And the fact that the chuds aren't talking about it makes it better.
What do you mean the best with what it had?
Well, I mean, just
given the source material.
Given the source material, for one, given the source material, considering that I kind of feel like a majority of what was adapted was Devil May Cry 2 more than it was Devil May Cry 1.
Mhm.
And I feel like it told a story. It actually had something to say. It wasn't afraid to say those things. It wasn't afraid to, circle the block and come back to those things every so often, like what we talked about with White Rabbit. The show White Rabbit is an overarching theme of the show, and the stuff going on. Oh, that was the other thing I didn't. We were talking about how that conversation the lady was having with those 2 demons. About where they came from and how
right.
How she kind of had, remember, because I think I saw this in your server when they were talking about the Air Force, the Israeli Air Force, that all of a sudden out of nowhere finally is like, oh yeah,
hey,
no,
we shouldn't be doing this after fucking 100,000 people dead. Cool.
It's like, hey, a year and what was it? How long has it been? What's it been like
a year and a half? October. Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? After a year and a half of us bombing the fuck out of Gaza,
yeah, they're probably bored because it's like there's nothing left, so they just like keep throwing into some more rubble.
That's kind of how I felt about Lady, because Lady was like just 100,000% aggro on demons. It's like, you know what?
Like
I
her
can
reaction,
change.
her reaction. He's like, no, sir, we're not violent, and the kids can't breathe, and. Yeah, likely story.
She's like, no, you're Damas. That's what you. That's what they call it. Like, you're Damas. You're the.
Hamas.
and then when like Baines was like, wait, who ordered this shit? Who ordered us to take in hostages, or not hostages, but refugees? Oh no, dead that. He was like, wait. I'm the vice president. Y'all listen to me.
That's right.
He's like, no. Lay the motherfuckers down.
I'm some nobody, like I'm the president or something? No.
No. He's like, no. Like, he literally, like, Kevin Conroy didn't say this shit, but he may as well have said, man, my fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
Yep.
He's like, man, fuck that. Yeah. He's like, no, give me the gun. He's like, I'll shoot him myself. But yeah, no, the fact that the chuds aren't talking about this, I think it's great. And the few that are hating on it or whatever, I haven't really seen anything of it. But I feel like, this, when the chuds are quiet, even if it's because they just choose not to say anything, it's always a victory, because for whatever reason or another, they're not talking. And when they're silent on some shit, that's a W. That's a fucking W. Because they know there's nothing they can say. They can go out and talk about how woke the show is all they want, but at the end of the day, the people who fucking love this shit, who are a part of their little following, they're not going to care. They're not going to fucking care. Because like I said, there is a Venn diagram. And like I said, it's not a circle, but it ain't far from one.
It'd be like if like Duke Nukem had an adaptation. They're not gonna make that shit woke. They'll make it anti-Nazi, but they're not gonna want to really go too hard. Yeah, anti-Nazi is about as far as they'll go. They're not gonna do anything
that's
else.
it. No, that's 100%. That's 100%. That's about the most I think you're going to get out of them. If I had to hazard a guess, that's the most you're gonna get out of them. They're too busy still talking about Assassin's Creed and South of Midnight. They're probably still waiting. They're probably they're probably storing their energy. They're like Mariah Carey. They're like Mariah Carey, like how she is like all year until like it's November 1st.
Until she's at full power.
Yeah, they're like, no, we'll wait till we're at full power. like when Ironheart comes out, they'll be ready. They're like, all right. Like, yeah, I told you, like, the quarter was like, hold! As soon as Ironheart comes up, like, fire! Everybody's like, suddenly all the motherfuckers going to turn into Legolas. It was like, okay, oh shit.
I was looking at trying to see what Tyrone Magnus
what he had to say about Devil May Cry?
Yeah, I didn't even look at it, but no, I don't think he hasn't even brought it up. About 3 days. This guy puts out a lot of shit.
Well, I mean, he's just a reactor.
but for like 1 minute at a time, 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Oh,
They feed him. Now let's see, Megan 2.0. Nah, da, 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 da. Yeah, I don't really see him talking about anything. He jumped on the pay train with Minecraft, but I don't really give a fuck about Minecraft anyway because of Jack Black. But
I mean, I actually ended up enjoying it, but yeah, that's all I'll say.
yeah, but I know. Well, never mind. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about. Well, I don't give a fuck about Minecraft like on any level.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a huge fan of Jack Black, so that's
you
like
went
that's
to the theater and saw it.
Yeah. Well, because Cersei loves Minecraft, so she really wanted to see it, so I took her to go see it. That was really about it. But yeah, I mean, all this motherfucker. Like, also, I kind of want to point something out. Notice when he is what? Huh? Oh my god. Okay. This dude, okay, yeah, he's a hack. He is 100% hacking right now. I will say though, I do find it very interesting though that for this guy to have 2 million subscribers, man, these views ain't hitting right. This dude's views ain't hitting right. I'm just gonna go.
If I had 2 million subs and I dropped a 7,000 view video,
bro, I would. I almost said something out of pocket. I don't mean to make light, but I'll put it like this. I would take my jersey and hang it in the fucking rafters is what I would do.
Justin was like, I didn't really care what he thought. I just wanted to make the 5-head joke.
Oh,
I wasn't doing this for you. I was curious for myself.
Well, no, look. Actually, I kind of wish he would talk about it. Because then I would really get some.
Yeah,
dude, I would really get some mileage out of this shit.
It's woke.
Yeah.
I would get some mileage. I would get so much mileage out of this shit, it wouldn't even be funny. But no, I love this. It's I don't know. I feel like, dude, he is such a fucking clown. He is such a fucking clown. It just I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like, they say, oh man, what was it they call the lowest form of comedy? Was it insult? Was it insulting? Is like insult comics like the lowest form of comedy or some shit like that?
Especially the ones that punch down or some shit.
Yeah. Like that's kind of how I feel about like this type of YouTuber. Like, this is how I feel. Like, I'm like, dude, I was like, you don't do shit.
He doesn't actually, what is this?
It's like,
I honestly didn't know he was a reaction streamer. I thought he was like, culture war stuff.
No, he's a reaction
like 3 minutes of like, wow, that was cool. How do you get 2 million people doing that?
Like, exactly.
I guess you buy them, right? That's why, because
you have to. Also, I was like, and notice whenever he tries to like dip into like shit that's outside, like his audience is kind of letting him know. But
don't ever talk to me about AOC ever again.
Yeah, don't ever do this shit. Like, just like stop. Like it's like, I'm sorry, just there's nothing there, and God bless him. Like, 'cause I'm like, dude, you're getting my numbers. You're getting my numbers on some shit. You got 2 milli. This is what this looks like. I was like, man, this is what it feels like. But I'll just say this much. I actually find it quite impressive that he has not said anything about it, and I think he has not said anything about it for the same fucking reason.
He knows his audience.
He knows his audience. He knows his audience ain't getting jiggy with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
He knows.
He doesn't want to offend them either.
No, he doesn't. And he look. Let me tell you something. That shit. Did you see that shit Nick Fuentes said the other day?
No.
About Jason Whitlock?
I heard something about it. I didn't look into it.
So basically, Nick Fuentes like just openly called Jason Whitlock a token. He was like, "You're a token." Okay. He basically said your job is to make white people not feel racist for saying racist shit. That's basically what he said. Damn. He was like, that's your job.
Well, I mean, Nick Fuentes' job is to like be the you know who Nick Fuentes is? And I hate to like talk about him in any sort of positive tone, but
yeah,
he is the Obama translator from Key and Peele. Just for Donald Trump.
Yeah, no, same, I mean? Same.
Yeah,
he is.
So he's gonna say like, oh, what he means there is I hate black people, and I do. And I think that women should be allowed to vote, and I don't. You know, like he's just gonna say it.
Yeah. Like, I don't, and I want to make it clear because I think some people took it the wrong way when I posted it on Threads. I think some people thought that I was like saying, "Oh, Nick Fuentes is welcome to the cookout." First off, let me be clear: cookout invites are on permanent freeze, so we're not giving. So we're not giving cookout invites anymore. We don't do that anymore here. Okay. First off, second off, I'm not saying that he's right about everything because I agree with like the one thing he said, but he was not wrong about what he said about Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock is, and even something else he said. He also said that Jason Whitlock, he was complaining, Nick Fuentes was complaining about black conservatives being easy mode on in conservative media. And I was like, he's not wrong. Being a black conservative is easy mode. It would be about the same if,
it really is.
Yeah, no, it is. That's okay. Being a black conservative, that's the stimulus package. That's the stimulus package in conservative media because you are automatically like. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean you get to come eat in the big house. You still got to eat outside of the trough with the rest of us.
You eat
Negroes.
at your own house.
Yeah. You can't. You don't get to take a plate home either. But you are, you're treated with a different level of importance because they're like, oh yeah, let's wheel out our Negro. You're our special Negro. Like they're gonna play with your hair. They're gonna be like in your hair, be like, oh, see, look, it feels like lamb. It feels like sheep's butt. Like that. They're gonna do that. You know, they're gonna do that to you.
Damn.
But, I mean, that's what they do though. That's what they do. Come on, Jason. Come on, Mr. Whitlock. Come on out here. All right, now tell us how we're not racist after all the racist stuff we just said.
Look.
He said it.
If I'm racist, why would I hire this guy? Huh?
Right?
Huh?
They know. Look, they know.
You want to do I think we have one or two more super chats so we can do the questions. I can read off some questions.
Yeah, we got some questions. We can do all that. Let's do we got one here. Harsh words. Harsh words with friends with a $10 super chat says, "What's good, Blerd Robo? If the world fell and you getting your fam out the city and you ran across two comic artists / writers, one you take with so their art survives, the other." He says ...
Oh, wow.
Who you taking and who gets Negan'd? Ooh, man. Dude, that's tough because I'm not gonna lie. Ooh.
Okay, Rob Liefeld gets Negan easy. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no. Negan.
We're not talking about time, right? We're not talking about time travel.
No.
Then. Yeah.
So it's all going down.
His influence, which is he has strong influence, it's all existed, but now he has to go. All right.
Yeah.
That's fucking rough.
Man. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, who I would leave is easy.
Yeah.
Who I would leave is like stupid easy. Like no, I mean
EBS too. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be like a Ethan Van Sciver or like a Rob Liefeld or like a Graham. Like honestly, now I wouldn't even waste that slot on Graham Nolan because he's nobody. He's nobody to me. But yeah, EBS is like easy work. Easy work. I'd be like I wouldn't even hesitate. I wouldn't even you wouldn't even like I'm not gonna lie to you, Harsh.
That day when you press the button?
Yeah. You wouldn't even have gotten you wouldn't even have gotten a chance to get the whole set. I would have stopped you at, hey, you get to take one home, and I would be like, he's out.
Yeah.
He's already out.
He's already out. Like you could take one home or you could like, oh my God. Like, yeah. And kill the other one, right? No, you let them go. What? Oh,
I thought.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna say kill him.
I see.
Anyways, I'll take this one.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm not gonna hold you, man. This is who I would take with me is a tough one because there's a lot of artists who I admire and adore, and it's gonna sound fucked up. It's gonna sound real fucked up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna own this shit. I'm gonna own this shit. But man, as much as I would love to say so many different artists, there's practical reasons behind this.
You can't say me. You can't say me.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say because I'm also thinking about.
When I say me, I mean like him.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No, I'm also taking into account that like what type of stuff this artist normally does and what they don't. So it would have to be Brian Stelfreeze.
Bro,
I'd have to
Gavin
say
Guidry is definitely not ever
he's not
coming back in this
No.
chat. Yeah. First I talk shit about his friend. Then you fucking don't even save him from the apocalypse.
Look,
Yeah.
wait a minute. No. Look, run it back. Look,
Totally taking Gavin Guidry.
hey, wait a minute. Think about this though. Think about this.
Who says he didn't save himself?
Who say he didn't say who's to say Gavin isn't already in the car with me?
He probably made it before everybody else.
Yeah, I'm say
that's how awesome he is.
See, this is how I know y'all ain't shit. Y'all are automatically assuming that he wasn't already in the car. See, y'all are crazy. Y'all it's crazy.
He said with your family. He's family. So he's already in the car.
He's already in the car. That's crazy. Like, I'm sorry, dude. That's wild. That's so wild that y'all would just automatically assume that he wouldn't be in the car with me already.
Yeah,
man,
disappointed, really.
Dude. That's man. I'm a little let down. I'm a little let down.
Who was your artist for real?
No, Brian Stelfreeze.
Brian.
So you will probably remember him from he did some Black Panther stuff. He did work on Avengers. He did the recent Avengers or no, wait. I'm thinking about different. You know what? Take it back. Take it back. Wait.
Brian Stelfreeze?
No, hold on, wait. No,
dope.
I know. Well, to be fair, I actually kind of misremembered. But yes, Brian Stelfreeze. I was like, what I'm talking about is whose art I accidentally got his confused with when I was talking about examples. But he did do he did do Black Panther. He did do Black Panther. I misspoke when I said Avengers Twilight. That was Daniel Acuna. But Brian Stelfreeze did do Avengers and a bunch of other stuff. But like
I gotta go with Esad Ribic or Stephanie Hans.
Okay.
And if those two walk up together, I just kill myself.
I get jiggy with those. Those are good. Those are legitimately the reason why I said Brian Stelfreeze. Well, to be fair, Brian Stelfreeze has kind of gotten away from doing interiors. I was kind of thinking about people who like only do covers. I was like, I'm not saving anybody that only does covers. I'm sorry. Like, look, man, y'all got to go. I'm sorry. I need somebody. I need somebody that's doing interiors. Right. Yeah, I gotta.
Not to mention that those people are like the main. I mean, it's not their fault. You're being told what to draw, but hey, you know that I'm just following orders. Didn't work for Nazis either, so it's not going to work for you. Constantly lying to me about what's inside this comic. Okay, you're always doing that shit. Always drawing something on the cover that didn't happen in the goddamn.
And so you're saying, I will say this because I just realized too, I misread it. I thought I misread the question as two different comic people, like as in just like one artist, one writer. So it's two comic artists and writers.
Or writers. Yeah.
I
think that's how I read it. It's like, so two comic pros is how
so do I get two? Oh, dude.
Yeah, because you're coming across two, and one you kill, and one you're taking with you.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so here's the thing. So now that we've got the artist out of the way, see, the writer's gonna be the tough one. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna tell you what. And I'm gonna say this just because you know what? That's the homie right there. Man. No, actually, see, this is tough, man. This is tough. So I tell you what, when it comes to writers, actually, man, this one's
Neil
easy.
Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman to the wall. To the wall.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
What's that?
I said, yeah, that's what I meant. Nah,
Neil Gaiman's got to go to the wall. Neil Gaiman's got to go to the wall.
Zdarsky, yeah, he's good.
Oh man, see, and this is what I'm saying. It's tough, man. It's tough. Actually, you know what? I am gonna take Gail. Actually, no. Gail is already in the car. Big. Gail is already in the car. She's safe.
See, we found the loophole.
Yeah, she's already in the car.
Name all our favorites, our family, and they're in our station wagon.
Yeah, they're already in the car. But you know what? I'm not gonna hold you. I would. So okay. Real talk. I would probably take David Pepos. I would probably take Dave. Oh, see, now you brought up Kelly Thompson.
Okay.
You brought up Kelly. Well, no, the reason why I say Dave Pepos is David is legitimately a really nice person. Like he's like,
are we just like saying like Jason Aaron and all them? Like we're like, nah, you're not that good.
I love Jason Aaron.
Jason Aaron is like a goat.
Yeah, no, Jason Aaron is like, I'm sorry.
He has to be saved.
Look, let me tell you
He's
something.
in the car.
Yeah, he's already in the car. He's already in the car. So, you know, look.
Jason Aaron is my favorite comic book writer. So
yeah, no, he's in the car already. He's already in the car. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. But you know what? I'm man, I'm not gonna hold you, man. It's difficult to do this because, especially because I've made you kind of nice with a lot of different people that I've discovered are like just really awesome. That makes it tough. It makes it tough.
Man, I almost got mad for a second. See, we gotta end this because I'm already getting tired. Because I literally just got angry like real quick. Inquisitive Mug goes, I wouldn't know the name Jason Aaron if it wasn't for Blerd videos. But my brain read it. You wouldn't know the name Jason Aaron. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like,
what do you mean? Like, what the fuck? No. Fuck this shit. Like, no. Fuck this.
Like you shit in my fucking
like I could actually see it. I could literally see the I can literally see it like building up. But no, I think that I think that, you know, yeah, there's some writers and artists out there that, yeah, I totally get that. There are some people that just they're not on certain folks' radar. And that's fine. I think you're missing out. And I'll just leave it at that. I think that you can't read Southern Bastards and not come back and tell me that like motherfucker ain't cooking. I'm just saying. Okay.
Who's that? Which one? Pepos?
That's Jason Aaron. Southern Bastards.
Okay,
Yeah.
So,
Southern Bastards. Jason.
So
Aaron.
when you're talking about these other, because this is how, if we just boil it away, he's asking, who's your favorite writer and who's your least favorite? You know what I mean? Who's your favorite artist? Who's your least favorite artist?
Oh yeah. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Still,
I feel like that's what the question.
And that still makes it hard.
Who's your favorite writer? You can't. People like try to push you into it. It's like, look, man. There's like my feelings on a thing is time based.
True.
Giggity. But yeah, time based. It's like when I got done watching, reading Unworthy Thor and that whole run, there was nobody on this earth who could write better than Jason Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then, you read some other shit and, so I don't know. I can't. Right now, my favorite artists are going to be Alex, the mainstreams, you know what I mean? Like the people that everybody knows, but like Stephanie Hans, Eastside Ribic, Alex Ross, Art Germ, you know what I mean? Like these are like, when I say favorite, I don't mean just goats, like,
man.
These are good. Because people always do that. Whenever they ask me my favorite, they're like, oh, that's cheating. Like, I was like that as a teenager. Who's your favorite basketball player? Michael Jordan. Besides that, like, no. He's the fucking best. Like, I'm gonna pick the best.
Like, if you would, it was like MMA for me, like back like in the early like 10s, early like 2010s. Like, if you'd asked me who was my favorite MMA fighter, I'd be like, Anderson Silva, duh.
Yeah.
I'm like, Spider.
But that's a really good choice too, though.
No, it's a really good choice. But also, depending on what week you ask me, GSP.
Ooh,
one of the goats.
This man just really put Neil Gaiman for real.
Oh wait, what happened?
Whose man's is this?
Oh, I just see him. He's like, no,
you better put a winky face or a laugh or something on that motherfucker.
I'm about to say, because your FBI agent is watching.
Man.
I mean, what you're saying?
He is a great writer, but he's getting left for the volcano.
Yeah. And I do want to highlight this because Inquisitive Mug put this kind of in perspective. Like, Tom Taylor's another I learned about from Blerd videos. Didn't mean it's like disparaging against either, just more props for coverage. And that's the thing.
Of course.
And that's kind of why. And I kind of want to take this as a moment to kind of highlight something here. It's slick why I kind of wanted to change things up a little bit on the channel. I wanted to get away from only talking about the big shit. I kind of wanted to open it up a little bit where we do some shit where we kind of end up, at some points talking about some of those books that, by maybe some other people that, other folks might not be quite as familiar with. Because, I mean, I think that shit's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. And I feel like, because I think it was really telling to me one time when we did the Blerd Awards, when there were people that we would bring up. If it was like, oh, I never heard of this book. I'm like, how? It's so good. But that's why I want to raise awareness. I want to be the channel that raises awareness. I don't want to just be the channel that is like, oh, hey, that awesome comic that you were already reading. Yeah, check this shit out.
Right.
I'll
tell you what.
Yeah.
No one has learned more than me being your editor. I'll edit these things and I'll be done and I'm like, damn, that was a good ass story.
That's kind of cold, man. That was kind of lit, man. Ain't that about a bitch? Dude, and I will.
Who knew War Machine was that bad? I didn't.
Just saying, man. Dude, look. There's really amazing shit out there.
Yeah.
And I think more people should be checking it out. I just want to, I'm trying to be the change that I want to see. And here's the thing. Another reason why I say too, why it's so difficult is because, dude, there are so many good artists out here, so many good writers out here right now. Bruh. It's tough. It's tough. Like, honestly, who my favorite artist is can literally change.
Easily.
Just depending on what day you ask.
Right now, I couldn't remember her name right away. And so I had to look up Kieran artist. Like that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Stephanie Hans. That's right. And now, right now, I'm just I'm going through like Google Images, and I'm like, God mode. Like maybe, I think it's Stephanie Hans, but tomorrow it might be something else. I don't know.
It could
love
be
her shit so much.
It could be Mattia de Ulis. It could be Art Germ. It could be Brian Stelfreeze.
Yep.
It could be Daniel Acuna. It could be
Also, it depends on what they're
Joel
drawing.
Jones. Dude, Raphael Albuquerque right now. I'm like, bruh, let's go. Let's go.
It could be. You know what's funny too? It also depends on what they're drawing. Because I was looking at that the other day when I was practicing gestures on human figures.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pull up a bunch of art and just try to do like the basic gestures of the characters that he's drawing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Juan Ferreira.
I was like, I don't know if I like this picture. It's like it depends on what they're drawing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe they, I see Stephanie Hans do another thing. I'm like, oh, I don't really like that. But I really liked her dye shit, or
oh, dude. She was fucking goated. Shit, fucking Dan Mora, another guy, goated.
Oh, yeah. We got an indie rec too.
Oh, yeah, I got it pulled up. I got all that. What? Oh, we didn't, we still haven't gotten to the, what's this, we haven't gotten to the question. I don't think we've done any of the questions in the Discord yet. We can do those right quick.
We can speed them, run them again.
Let's go.
We should always do that.
I think so too. Let's do it. Let speed run. Set the clock.
All right, here we go. Number 1 from Sean. Hello, the nerds of culture, Blerd and Robo. See how I did that? Blerd and
Love
Robo, 2 of us on the screen.
Love it.
Hope you're having the most excellent day. Question. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't talk about music, but have you guys ever heard of these cool music artists before and album songs I suggest for first-time listeners? Quit. I scrolled up way too long. I'm like, that sounds very familiar.
It was
it was. Did you guys ever get around to listening to the music I suggested?
Put that one on hold.
Wow, that was not planned. That's interesting. Interesting.
Put that on. Actually, here, let's do it like this. We're gonna put that on hold. We'll put that on hold because I have not gotten a chance to do it yet because I haven't listened to anything outside of anything that was like on a TV show because I've just not. I
think that's weird. I'm pretty honest, guys. I did not do that on purpose. That's wild. I started reading the wrong thing and it was the thing he was referring to. All right. Yakuza 26. Ernie and Robo, hope y'all are doing right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Hope you all are doing.
Yeah. You're good. That was at something else. That was something else.
Hope y'all are doing well. So on Tuesday, we had our review DMC on the Indie Corner podcast, cough, cough, shameless plug. And the crew posted an interesting question. Do you think Virgil's character introduction will be redeemed? We think his reveal at the end of the season potentially gives him a stronger character foundation, allowing us to get better understanding of who and why he is. Since his circumstances becoming Nello Angelo under Mundus has changed. We think how Virgil is handled will make or break season 2. LOL. I don't even have an answer for that. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe.
Well, okay. So the thing is, yes, Virgil is definitely a thing that comes up. And by the time you get to he comes up a lot, but more specifically is set up more at the end of the season. Personally, I don't know how they're going to really tackle him.
Man, he's white.
Yeah, he's white. Yeah, I mean, because it's like, hey, they're
They don't want to piss him off. They don't want to piss anybody else. They don't ruffle any feathers.
To be fair, I mean they're brothers. And twin brothers.
I don't mean nothing.
He's like,
They could have been half brothers, step brothers, mixed.
Well, I will say this: I actually appreciate that. He's got the drip. He's got the drip. So I mean that's something. That's more important than nothing. But
So do you think his introduction is going to be redeemed?
Maybe. I don't know, man. Because if we're being honest,
I don't even know what he means by that. What does that mean? I know what the word means, but what does it mean for his introduction to be redeemed?
So basically, when you kind of first encounter Virgil, it's as as a villain,
I see.
more or less. And they kind of hinted and danced around it in the show, but they also have kind of deviated away from some things where, like, the form that you first face him in, he's already done away with it. He's already done away with it. So it's like when you got to the end and he had this one very specific look and it kind of like fell off of him and he was back to looking like how he is here. That basically.
Got it. Okay.
And it's because it's their own canon. So like they're jumping around, kind of doing their own thing. You're not really getting. You're not really getting. Okay, this is kind of how I'm taking it. I feel like they are taking all of the different games, including the reboot, throwing it in a blender, and hitting puree, and whatever comes out, comes out. Because
that means you don't really know what's happening next. So it's good.
Yeah, well, because when you play, like, and honestly, I don't know, your mileage with this might vary too. I don't know, but if you ever get a chance, I actually do recommend trying out DMC Devil May Cry because I like that game a lot. It's one of my preferred Devil May Cry games. Like outside, like even matched up against the canon games, I like it a lot. And actually, the way that Virgil is handled in that is very different than how he's handled in it. Like, it's basically what they do is it's almost as if, like, when you first encounter Virgil, like, he's with you. Like, I mean, as much as he can be with you, like, he's hanging out, walking around with you. He's a part of the group, sort of, until he's not, and then kind of goes off and does his own thing or whatever. But whereas in the main continuity games, it's like, okay, well, first, it also depends on what. If you're going based in order of the games as they came out versus the story as it is, technically DMC3, you're kind of running around back and forth and bumping into him in that game too. But like, also, I'm kind of more talking about in order of publication is what I'm more talking about.
Got it.
But at the end of the day, it's all different. It's all very different. They're going about this a very different way. And honestly, if this is what they aim to do, I'm actually more interested in whether or not Virgil is as badass and as cool as he is in the games kind of similarly to how I feel about Dante. As long as his core personality traits are there, which it kind of seems like they are, I'm like, it plays. That's where my mindset is.
I did skip one real quick. Kodoma's asking if we've ever seen Gremlins TV show. It's really good and touches on diversity, cultural differences, xenophobia, exploration and objectification. Has anybody seen it? It's on Max. I didn't even know it existed.
I did not either. So I knew that there was one being made, but I smooth forgot about that shit. So I tell you what, I'll take we'll take a look at it. If I fucks with it, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it maybe next week.
So I mean, these 80s monsters reboots are,
I'm here for it.
I like it.
Let me ask you something real quick though, too, before we jump into the indie rec. Did you see that thing about Haley Steinfeld?
Gremlins TV. About what?
Did you see that thing about Haley Steinfeld?
No.
Where she found out like her working on Sinners got her to like it actually helped her find out about her heritage.
Oh shit! I did see something about that. No, I don't know the details, but I do. Just what you said just then, I was like, "Yeah, there was something I've been meaning to look up."
She actually, she said she actually discovered that she has some black in her family, like in not. I forget exactly how far back, but it was like I think like she said like her grandfather or great grandfather, something like
grandfather
that.
was half black, half Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So she actually helped her figure her shit out.
I mean, you see her, it's like
you kind of get you're like, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
definitely one of those kind of white girls that are like, you something.
Yeah. Like it reminds me, there was a woman I was friends with, like still friends with, but more specifically, like used to hang out with a lot back in the day. And I remember we used to always joke that her dad was the milkman because like her daddy was straight up bog standard white redneck male, mom bog standard garden variety redneck female, her sister same, but she looked like she was Mexican. Like she had her skin tone was the same as yours.
Okay.
And her hair, while it was pretty I could see it being maybe a C, like maybe a C3, I don't know, maybe C4, something. I don't know, maybe somewhere
C4?
around.
C4? No, that's almost at the end right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but
yeah.
But yeah, we used to always be like, nah, like yo daddy, I was like, yo daddy, I said, I guarantee you, yo mom got down with some Mexicans.
Mexican or something.
Yeah, something. I was like, because I used to tell her, I was like, you ain't. I was like, it actually made me think about that video that I sent you for that video I sent you for Shadow Cabinet, where it's like, oh man, we got an octoroon up in here. Oh, okay, all right, shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, Edwin Alva's great. I forget how it breaks down because it was so weird. Like, was it granddaddy, great granddaddy, or something? Was like a quarter black. He was like a 16th. He was like a 16th black man.
16th, yeah.
He's like he's 1/16. But no, I thought that was kind of wild. The things, dude. Imagine that working on a fucking movie. She worked on the movie Sinners with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, and that opened her up to discovering that she was not entirely white. Like she even said that it made her actually like open up some dialogue with her family about about her heritage. And I was like, dude, that's really fucking cool. That's cool.
She's like, the Filipino answer some questions. I need to know about this black side of me.
Yeah, she was like, wait. She was like, what? She was like, are we talking like? Or like how dark are we talking? like what is this? Like was he a octoroon or was it was he Afro Latino or like
Am I gonna get more roles or less roles?
Right? Wait a minute. Wait. So wait. So what you're saying is I could have been in Hidden Figures, is what you're saying. I could have been in Hidden Figures. I could have played one of the hidden figures. Is that what you're telling me? I could have played one of the help. You're telling me I could have played one of the help. That's what you're saying. Okay, cool. Bet. Wait. Do I? So do I get that? So do I count on somebody's inclusion rider? Is that what you're saying? I'm just asking.
Let's get this indie in.
Yeah, let's do it. This one is probably not going to be terribly surprising to some of y'all that it's coming up because the game's hot. The game is hot fire. Everybody's talking about it. The chuds are so busy talking about it that they're not talking about Devil May Cry. What's that?
Oh, no. I just realized I don't know what game it is, but now I'm trying to guess.
Oh! Well, as it turns out, we got the Elite X1 Indie Game Recommendation of the week.
What's up, Nerds Culture fam? It's the Elite X1. We got a lot to talk about this week, so let's get right into this week's indie game recommendation, South of Midnight by Compulsion Games. Southern American folklore has a special place in my heart, and South of Midnight is one of those rare games that actually laser focuses on it. South of Midnight uses this folklore to take players on an emotional roller coaster ride through the mythical heart of Louisiana during a tragic hurricane. The game starts with its main character, Hazel, tracking down her mother after losing her in a flood. Hazel will eventually discover that she's a weaver, which is a magical person who can use the ethereal strands of reality as tools and weapons. Along the way, Hazel will meet a number of creatures and curses based in Southern folklore and legend, and she'll also uncover tragic tales to flesh out the characters that she meets along the way and try to use her abilities to help relieve their trauma. And in that regard, the storytelling of South of Midnight truly excels, because the strength of the story lies not only in its Southern themes, but also in that trauma that you're trying to relieve these characters of, as they are deeply rooted in real-world issues like child abuse, cruelty, and racism. South of Midnight does not sanitize these societal issues one bit. From the very first cursed creature that I helped, I was reminded of some abuse that was going on within my own community's past. South of Midnight's narrative and story is definitely its top selling point, because game's platforming is quite linear and straightforward with some small exploration rewards. The upgradable combat is nothing to really write home about either, but it's also not awful. In fact, it all reminds me of older hit games from the PlayStation 2 era like Alice Madness Returns or Psychonauts. The game sports stylized graphics and stop-motion animation mixed with some of the most lush and beautiful environments I've seen all year and most of last year in video games. It is eye candy of the highest order, and the voice actors all did their damn thing, bringing every character to life with authentic sounding Southern accents and slang. Extra kudos to Hazel's voice actress, Adrian Rayton. South of Midnight is a game that I feel will be forever special to me as a Southern boy from a small town. The themes that it touched on hit me right in the heart and got me in my feels. It is a beautiful tapestry of Southern lore, memorable characters, tragedy, tribulations, and triumph. Its top-tier visuals combined with its soulful music and vocals bring this love letter to the South right on home. It's a short game you will remember that you played, and you'll wish more games were being made like it. You will call it art, because that's exactly what South of Midnight is. If this is not nominated for some awards this year, I'm calling for a boycott. South of Midnight is out now exclusively on Xbox PC Game Pass and PC.
So that is our indie recommendation, brought to you by the Elite X1. No, this game I've heard, like, I haven't gotten to mess with it yet because I've just, well, for one, I've been terribly busy. But I do plan to be messing around with this here pretty soon. I saw some people bring up I think I saw Bill bring up the gaming channel. I always think back on that gaming channel. I'm just like, I don't do shit with that thing. But I just, man, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what to do with it. But that said, I don't know. Maybe one of
people
these
don't show up.
Hmm?
People don't show up, and time is money whenever this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Pays the bills.
It's so weird because I literally got an offer the other day to check out some peripheral shit for the Switch 2. And I was like, y'all don't know I'm not a gaming channel, do you?
They're like, look, I don't give a shit. You got 100 and some odd thousand people watching.
Like, fucking talk about it. I just always find it funny because it's like, man, look. I was like, I don't think you understand how this works. I'm like, hey, but if y'all want me to do it, fuck it. It was like when I got sent the lightsaber thing, I was like, y'all have no idea what this channel does, do you? But okay. But no, I don't know. We'll see. I sometimes think about it. There are definitely some things I've actually sat down and be like, man, I kind of want to do that. Well, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. It's tough, man, because I don't know. I have so much shit going on. It's literally so much shit.
Bill 930505 should check out the video that Blerd just posted about Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of Louisiana, Uncanny X-Men has some interesting lore in the 616 version of the state. Yeah,
sure.
That last Uncanny X-Men video you put out talks about.
Yup. Did we dig? And actually, there will definitely be some more because it's all Louisiana, baby. I will also say, I guess to kind of get us into the wrap up here.
Yeah.
Man, what else is there? Make sure you go check out some of the more recent videos. Like I said, they're up. They're out here. Go show them some love because, like I said, man, it takes a village. It really does. Also, if you have not done so already, make sure you go over to Robo side of things because there is definitely stuff you need to be keeping an eye out for. Chief among them is that Robo will be streaming tomorrow, I believe, if I am not mistaken.
I say usually on Mondays, sometimes on Fridays.
Wait, we downgraded already?
Have we
downgraded already? Damn.
I've been making Mondays pretty regularly. It's not Fridays, man. It's a long week, and my man eater wants to like, you gonna stream tonight? I'm like, I don't have to.
She's like, well,
y'all see man eater. Come on now.
I mean, look. I get it. Okay, I get it. I'm not gonna front. But no, I put the links in there so y'all know what to do with that. Mm-hmm. And hey, like I said, it takes a village, man. It takes a village. Mm-hmm. Make sure you go check out the most recent edition of the best comics this week. I put a lot of love into that one. I feel I've been really consistent with the length of it too. I'm quite proud of myself on that one. And I'll also I'll be dropping a Storm video tomorrow and probably some more shit the rest of this weekend. Also, don't forget the 300th episode of the Blerd Cave is going to be this Saturday. So make sure you tune in for that.
Congrats.
Thank you. We're it's gonna be a weird one. I'm gonna be honest with you, because while I know a lot of people had some expectations of like what will happen or who will or won't be there for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna be a largely me and Carter's show. I'm just gonna tell y'all up front. But we are gonna make it a more inclusive show by maybe having some more in-depth conversations with y'all in the chat. And I will say ahead of time, there will be a special guest, and it's not going to be anyone that y'all are expecting. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Y'all can guess all you want. I'm not going to give any hints.
Ryan Stegman's coming on the show. That's wild.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I you know what? I'll say this much. It is someone who everyone in the chat will probably be familiar with. That's all I'll say. And I'll leave it at that. And then, like I said, there might be another, maybe another special guest. I don't know. I haven't talked it all out yet, so we're not gonna. Y'all just have to just show up. You'll see. Tom Revort on the Blerd King.
Yeah, he has words for you.
Yeah, shit, Tom Revort would never.
He came on IFLC. We interviewed him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's a nice enough dude. I don't think he wants to talk to me though.
After that video you just dropped.
He's like, man, fuck that dude. He's like, fuck that guy. Fuck
who?
He's like, ooh. But yeah, there's gonna be that, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. But yeah, just do those things. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you drink your water. Take your medication if you're on any. Because I always forget that shit. Make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. We'll be back next week. In the meantime, keep it plus ultra till then. For Robo of Left Face TV, I am the Blerd without fear. Oh man, this is gonna feel so good to say.
Yes,
Donald Trump, you can go to hell.